And a very good morning. Welcome to Shop on TV. I'm Hayley Green.
And I'm Sean Crawley.
Together with Shailey, and together we have got the best deal on what I think is the best car cleaning products ever.
It's a time-limited offer, 24 hours or while stocks last. It's a 10-piece kit that we're doing for £20. It's the ultimate Christmas gift, I would say.
Absolutely.
For anyone who's got a car, only 37 days to Christmas. But should we find out what's in it straight away?
Absolutely. Only for 24 hours. It's a real special. But we've got Alan with us. Alan, what have we got?
Yeah, well, I've got to be really quick, as you've got to be really quick on this. You've got 2 litres of waterless wash wax. That means no buckets, no hoses, no water. It's waterless, okay? Clean, polish, shine, protect your car. We will also give you this just here, which is the cockpit shine, clean all of the inside of your car. We give you the rain guard just here, which is nanotechnology for your windscreen and your windows. We give you this cleaner inside. It says leather cleaner, but it's actually a leather and fabric cleaner. We'll talk about that in a while. And a tire dressing. And then to top it all off, because it's a 10-piece, we'll give you 4 of these microfiber cloths as well. All of those in that bundle. As the guy said, could this be genuinely the ultimate Christmas present, all from M Sport?
Absolutely. Whether it's Christmas, birthdays, perhaps someone's just bought a new car, someone's just passed their test, but you've got all of this for £20. We only ever do this deal as a 24-hour offer. We haven't had it for ages.
No,
but
months.
It's back in stock. It's right here, ready for you to order. But as ever, though it's a 24-hour offer up until midnight tonight, it's as long as stocks last.
Now, if you've never shopped with us before, you just need that number at the top of the screen there. 262677 is the item number. The website is the easiest way for you to shop. We are going to be busy tonight at £20. We're going to be so busy. Easiest way, like I say, is the website. Go to the live show, the Shop Now section, scroll down, and you will see the live show, but then you'll see it's right there. Our first item, 10 pieces for £20. When you see these in action, you'll see why it's the ultimate car care system.
It's not only washing your car, it's waxing your car to a shine you won't believe, but it's giving your car the most incredible protection. And this will give you around about, we say about 10 washes, but I know the more you use this, the less you need. So I think you'll get a lot more out of it than that. But then you've got everything else to make sure you clean inside and outside just perfectly. It will be as long as stocks last. We're busy already. It's great to have your company. But let's show you very quickly what every single piece does.
And let's start with that waterless wash and wax. No smears, no buckets.
No hose pipes.
No hose pipes. It's the easiest way to clean your car. Let's take a little look.
When it comes to the World Rally Championship, it doesn't get much bigger than these guys right here. The M Sport World Rally Championship team. When it comes to cleaning your car, you want the very best as well. So why not clean your car with the waterless wash wax from the M Sport team? Simply spritz it onto your car, wipe it down with 1 microfiber cloth, and then buff it to a beautiful, brilliant shine with another. When you clean your car with M Sport waterless wash wax, you are cleaning every single part of the car. The glass, the paintwork, the plastic, the wheels, the tires. But not only are you cleaning it, but you're polishing it and protecting it, all from 1 single bottle. In my mind, it doesn't get any better than this.
We are busy already. All of this in a gift bag is going to be amazing. You will be blown away and quite happy just getting that for £20 today. That is, for me, the best car cleaner. And when you clean your car with this, it seems to keep your car cleaner for longer. If we ever have our car randomly cleaned by one of the, the hands cleaners. Are they hand cleaners? What
The hand car wash.
Hand car washes, that's right. They clean your cars.
Cleaners.
They seem to get dirty really quickly. But when we clean with M Sport, and we'll ask Alan about this, it stays cleaner for so much
That's
longer.
because you're washing, you're waxing, and you're protecting
It's that
all
layer
in
of
one.
protection, yeah, honestly. But wait till you see everything else, because I think this next item, oh my word, this is worth more than £20 by itself, because this is called Rain Guard, and this is so clever.
Literally, you spray it on and it makes the water bead away.
On your windscreen.
You've got to go for this right now. 262677 is the item number, a 10-piece kit, remember.
And we've had so much rain, when the rain pelts down and the windscreen wiper doesn't seem to go fast enough, does it? Just have a little look at how Rain Guard works, because if you put this on your windscreen, it is phenomenal.
M Sport Rain Guard literally drives the water away. It has nanotechnology which fills in all of the imperfections in your windscreen, leaving the most perfect coated windscreen. The water droplets do not stick to it. All we do is spritz I like to give it just a little second, and with that microfiber cloth, all I do is rub it in like so, and that is the job done. Coated, protected, and when you drive your car, the water simply beads away. It's incredible.
And did you see the difference on the windscreen?
Yeah.
And you really notice it. When it really rains, you just can't seem to move it. But when you've got rain guard on the windscreen, it just makes it so much easier. You see it there, don't you? It's phenomenal.
What a difference it makes, and that's what you need in this heavy downpours that we keep getting. It is that gift for everybody who's got a car. If you're buying it for yourself, maybe buy it for yourself and then buy some gifts as well. What a great price point if you're thinking Secret Santas, stocking fillers. So where are we going?
Bag full, isn't
where are we going to go next?
We're going tyre shine next, because if your car looks clean, it's no good having tatty, dirty tyres. It's a bit like having a really nice dress or suit on and then having filthy, dirty old shoes.
Scruffy old shoes.
So you want to have posh tyres too, and just take a look how posh your tyres can look.
So we've already cleaned this tyre with the waterless wash and wax from M Sport, and it looks good, doesn't it? But you know what? We've got something to make it even better, and that is the M Sport tyre dressing. When you see the result this gives you, it's mind-blowing. That true showroom finish. Simply spray it around onto your tyre, and once it's there, get your clean cloth and simply go around, creating an even finish around the whole of the tyre. Wow, just look at that. That is extraordinary.
Whole car to look pristine, and that even include the cloths, remember.
The second most expensive things that we actually buy, isn't it? Because when you buy your house, that's the most expensive thing. The next thing you get item. Take a look at this.
As important as it might be to keep the outside of your car clean, at M Sport we understand as well that keeping the interior of your car is super important too. And we want to keep that easy for you. So with the cockpit shine, all we do is a little spritz, you really don't need much, and get an absorbent cloth. In this case I'm using a microfiber cloth, and simply wipe the dashboard, any of the plastics, the instrument binnacle, all of these areas, and even your door cards to a beautiful smear-free shine.
How good it is.
Now, M Sport, tell us about the brand first of all.
Well, M Sport are the rally team, so the World Rally team. They've been world champions for many, many years, some amazing drivers over the years. And what they basically needed to do was they needed to have something that they could clean their cars with. The rally cars coming out of the dusty stages and the like, and all the road stages where they needed to clean their cars, but also cars in their showroom, cars that they've just made, cars that they're selling on to other people. They needed to have them in pristine condition. So in conjunction with the manufacturer of this, they got together to make what they feel is the perfect and the best formulation.
Now, I've got to ask you, if there's no water, everyone at home's wondering, surely you're going to scratch your car.
Yeah, that's the first thing people always think. It's not going to happen. Now, I'm going to show you this, okay, because you would think that if I got a cloth now to this here, and we can see this dirt here, and I started to do this, that the grit would, of course, started to lightly scratch and give you fine scratches on your paintwork. In fact, that's sometimes when you see, when you go through those automated washing, car wash things where you drive into them and the wheels spin or the brushes spin, you can get those really fine scratches. Well, this helps protect against that. So let me just show you, right? So I'm going to spritz this on here. Okay. And once I spritz it on, you will get a covering of this. Now, what's happening here is a couple of things. I'm going to cover all of the door. Is there are surfactants in here which are breaking down road traffic film, the tar, things like that, all the organic dirt. But also then here surfactants are getting in and they're getting underneath the bits of grit and they're encapsulating them. So they're putting a protective barrier around
So it's
them.
lifting the grit away.
Lifting the grit away. And then when you wipe to clean it then, that's when you have your
So
protection.
if you're using a water, a bucket and a sponge, that's when you're scratching the car, not when you're using this.
Yeah. Now, very important, please, no hard work. Please do not work hard. This is not last night's burnt on dinner. You're not working hard on this. All you're doing is going from side to side or backwards and forwards, up and down, I should say, to clean the car. Do not put weight on the cloth. It is counterproductive, I promise you. All you're doing is this. Now, we can already see the dirt from the car onto the cloth as it is. So remember, no hard working. I know people say, no, if you get it more, work really hard on it, it's really good. It's the opposite with this. Now again, look at this coming up already and how good that's coming up.
All it's done at the moment is cleaned. We haven't polished yet. So
No.
one cloth is for the cleaning process.
Yes, now it looks okay, it looks cleaner, it looks better than it was.
Yeah.
But we get our second microfiber cloth, and please use the microfiber cloths we give you. And if you need more, check on our website and get some more, because you must use microfibers. This has been made and manufactured and put together to work with the cloths, the microfiber cloths.
Look at
there
that.
is the door
Look
done.
at the reflection
Look at
in
the
that.
difference.
Why have you got spray paint on the top of your car?
Well, okay, so I do have this. This is what graffiti people use, okay? And I have graffitied my very own car, ladies and gentlemen. Have a look at that. Now, Dave, can you just run your fingers over that and confirm that it's dry?
That is bone dry.
Okay,
Yep.
even if I rub over that, it doesn't move.
Nope.
That is dried in, but I want to show you the power of the M Sport. Now, I'm going to put quite a lot on this because clearly this is a big job to do. Now, this really is going to show you the power. Now, I'm going to show you, of course, how to clean everyday dirt from your car as well. Now, as I do this and I start to swirl, now you might think, why would you put spray paint onto your very own car, Alan? Surely you're asking for trouble when you do that. Well, actually, you'd think that you would be, but I'm dealing with a product here from M Sport that is absolutely incredible in its formulation, and
Look at
it is
this.
super protective as well of the paintwork. In fact, it's protective of it and leaves a protective layer as well. That was this spray paint can along my very own car. Now, I wouldn't
Wow.
do that if I wasn't completely and utterly convinced that this is an incredible product. There's the paint that has been broken down.
262677 is your 24-hour time-limited deal. You've got it, get it in your basket. 10% of the stock has already
We
gone.
are massively busy with so many other products to find as well. So take a little look at this fantastic glue and just see how handy it's going to be and how good it actually is.
Where's the fix? It's the fix that sticks.
Aha!
Which is useful because it's glue, you know.
Yes.
Unlike a lot of other glues, you get a lot for your money, but I'll explain that in just a moment. Let me just stick. This is the kind of stuff that they make paddling pools out of, or shopping bags, that kind of
Right,
stuff.
okay.
So, look, you can move it around so it doesn't stick the moment you put it down, but just stick it down, and you need to get rid of the air, basically.
Okay.
So, because it's when you get rid of all the air, then it sticks.
It
That's the
really
thing.
sticks.
And the point is, if you've had other glues before, you've used it once, and you've put the cap back on, and you come back to it 6 months later, and it's also, you can't open it again.
No, correct.
It doesn't happen with Furzer Fix.
Aha.
Have a look.
Is that really strong?
Look. So it is the fix that sticks. There you go. Come on, Rob.
Blimey.
That is pretty strong, isn't it?
Okay.
So there you go. That is
20 quid. Thank you for watching. Good night.
Exactly. You get 3 lots. I'll come
Three
to
lots.
how much you get in just a moment's time.
Okay.
But I tell you what, let's do a little bit of this. Now, look. Can you see? I need to do this with the glasses because it's very small.
Okay.
Can you see that we have cut this and stuck it together many
What
times?
is it? A bit of cable?
It's a
Oh, it's like a rubbery
like,
gasket thing.
Yeah, from a vacuum cleaner.
Oh,
when
yeah.
vacuum cleaners used to have
Oh,
belts
a
in.
belt.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Vacuum cleaners don't really have that these days, do
No,
they?
no.
So let me get my knife and just cut it there.
Okay. So this is rubber.
It is rubber. So I'm just going to put a dab, just a drop. Now you get 900 drops in
Sorry, how many?
every bottle. 900 drops in every bottle. Okay, and you get 3 bottles.
So you get 2,700. 2,700. My maths is terrible.
Yeah.
2,700 drops.
By the way, if you get it on your fingers, just rub your fingers together and it doesn't stick your fingers together. which is really good.
Yes, it is.
Unlike some glues.
Some glues we have to go to the emergency room.
So
Precisely.
I'm just going to leave that to cure for a few moments, just further down the bench. I'm also going to show you a bit of wood.
Okay.
Like so. 2 bits of wood stuck together. Now, wood is interesting. I'm going to get a little wipe here. These are water wipes.
Okay.
Because if you're going to do wood, it's porous.
Correct.
So you just need to wet it so the glue stays on the water side of it, as opposed to go straight into the wood fibres.
I see.
So you just need a little bit. Don't need very much. And
A dollop will do.
A dollop will do. And again, I'm just going to hold it in place.
So it cures within 10 seconds.
Exactly.
Can I just, because the people are going, yeah, but there's super glue and there's this and there's that and
I
there's
appreciate
something
that.
around the corner.
Yep.
Is this, in your professional opinion, better than all of those?
Do you know what? I don't want to use the word better because I don't want to diss any of those.
No, okay.
They're all good glues. This is as good, in my opinion.
Okay.
But I'll tell you why Fix is better.
Please do.
Because you get so much more.
Ah, right.
Have a look. So I've said 900.
It's a value statement.
It's a value statement. It absolutely
Okay.
is. Let me go through some of the other big glues that are on the market.
Sure.
This one, and we all know this one, this is 15 grams.
Yep.
Okay, so you get 15 grams in that. In this one, you get 2 lots of 3 grams.
Oh,
so
my.
6 grams. With this one, you get 5 grams.
Uh-huh.
With this one, you get 7.5 grams.
Right.
Now,
and what do they all cost roughly?
Well, exactly. So various different costings. But have a look at this. I've taken the label off this, but I think you'll recognise the bottle.
Yes, yes.
You think you've probably got about 20 grams in there, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But have a look. Because when I do that, that's all you're getting in there. Can you see that?
No
Yeah,
way.
exactly. When I first saw that,
It's just
I
a
thought,
fancy squeezer.
exactly, it's a fancy squeezer and nothing else.
I had no idea.
Whereas with the Fix, you get all 20 grams.
Of course, it's not just 20 grams, it's 20 grams thrice times 3 Fix bottles for that incredible £20 price. This is going to go a very long way. It could be the last glue you ever need to buy, certainly for a number of years, unless you do a lot of gluing.
One for you, Rob.
Yeah.
One for your best friend. One for your mum. It's
There you go.
I think they
Secret
also make
Santa
great,
gift.
They do make great
Some
gifts.
glue.
So here's the bit of wood that we stuck just a few minutes ago.
It's stuck.
It's stuck. That's the thing.
I mean, what more do you want?
If you're sticking together a picture frame or something like that,
Yes.
even if you're just doing it to put tacks in, so you're sticking it before you put the tacks in,
Or screwing,
make
so it
it,
doesn't
or
all
screwing
move
something
around, yeah.
together, it's really good because it holds it in place, and that's what's so clever about
I just spent 5 hours putting together a flat pack TV cabinet, and part of it. So they had those the sort of the things that the big screw-in dowels that you then lock in place, but they had a lot of wooden ones as well. And often, if I'm building flat pack and I know I'm going to keep it obviously assembled, I want to glue those dowels in place.
Yep.
You know,
Fix is ideal for that.
Yes.
It is, as we say, the fix that sticks.
Yes.
Now, there's my good friend Simon. Just me and Simon just shocking it around. Oh, he does like damaging things. And look at this. So a few drops of Fix on your favourite ornament, and I happen to have the favourite ornament with me here, stuck back together again. And so you can make invisible sticks. So imagine that's your priceless teapot that your grandmother left you.
Your Ming Dynasty china.
Exactly right. I'll show you this live in a moment because it
You
will
wanna get
even
nuts?
stick metal.
Let's get nuts.
Yeah, let's get nuts.
Actually, that's a good point. What does it stick? What doesn't it stick?
Well, it pretty much sticks everything apart from polythene and polypropylene.
Right.
Now, it's just as well because the bottle's made of polypropylene.
And that's how it doesn't stick.
It doesn't stick the bottle. So there's our little pot stuck back together again. There it is.
Sweet.
And it's like invisible joins because the glue is invisible. You can even glue glass with this.
Can you really?
And you can't see where the join is.
No way.
Here's the thing we just
your rubber
together again.
thingy, vacuum.
And just in case you think I'm holding it at that bit, let's turn it around and so it is.
It does what it says on the tin.
It does what it says on the tin.
What else? What else? What else?
Would you like to see the metal live?
Yes, I
here?
would. I would.
Have a
So
look
these
at
are some
this,
big
because-
nuts.
Look at this. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it all the way around. Now, if you get it on your fingers, do not fret. Unlike some other glues, if you get it on your fingers, just rub it. Rub it and the friction gets rid of it.
Now, if you did hold your fingers together, it would stick them.
It would.
Then what would you do then?
Don't do that, Rob.
Don't do that. Just don't do that.
That's my advice. Don't.
Okay, yeah.
Try acetone.
Try acetone.
Yeah.
Okay, nail polish
but don't do it.
Don't do it, yeah. If you get it in your fingers, rub them.
Rub them together, exactly right. My friend Millie got some in her hair because she was sticking something above her head, and I went, well, that was silly, wasn't it? So she actually had to chop the hair out. But it's like,
yes.
Make sure you don't do that. So here, I'm just going to, so that's stuck already, but I'm going to come back to that and I will whack it in just a moment's time.
But it really
because
could.
it really is. I've got a shoe with a little bit of a problem at the moment. Yeah. Look, Elijah, look here. Can you see?
Oh no!
Woof. So,
did somebody buy fish?
Yeah. All right. There's no need to be like that about it.
Kidding, I'm just
look there. And I know this works because I stuck the other shoe back together again about 8 weeks ago.
But it could be. Do you know what? A lady could have this in her handbag. If you're going out with a particularly wait now. No, honestly, if you've got a particularly precarious set of heels and one goes, I mean, I've seen the number of ladies I've seen walking up and down streets in London with broken high heels.
Yes.
Where's the fix in your purse? Problem solved.
What if you're wearing, is that an espadrille? No, it's a
sandal.
Sandal. Have a look, because look, it's the leather's begun to flap about.
Flappy leather.
Flappy. Exactly.
And these are your favourite sandals.
Exactly. So just a drop of Foursquare Fix, pop it down there. You can move it around. If you get it on your... Look, I just got a bit on my finger. So
rub my
finger again. And look, my finger isn't stuck together at all.
These could be brand new. This happens. You buy brand new things and then something breaks.
Yeah. Or your handbag strap breaks.
Yes, that happens to me all the time.
Of course it does. Do you not carry a man bag?
A man bag.
A man bag. Man bag. But look at that. So now, fixed. So it's absolutely brilliant. You've got that. And so all of that is a great way of being able to do it.
Handbag,
exactly. But that one's not broken. That's just.
I was just wondering if we were going to break it. But
can I show you an example of something in a moment that is so powerful, even we didn't realise? We just did it on the off chance. We did it for our TikTok channel.
Yes.
And just to be able to show, well, I mean.
I'll tell you what.
Have a look, because it's incredible.
We've got a slide which shows you what it sticks and what it doesn't. Okay, and then after that, we'll play that amazing video. So you can basically... Oh, my, that's a long list. Oh, my Lord. ABS, acrylic, aluminium, butyl rubber, card, cellulose, acetote, ceramic... Chloroprene, EPDM. Oh, your EPDM, yes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Ferrite, glass, laminate, leather, MDF, natural rubber, neoprene, paper, perspex, is that phenolic? Phenolic, PVC, yes. Plated metals, almost all plastics. Plated metals, that's twice. You can use it twice on plated metals. Polycetyl, polycarbonate, all your polys. Yeah. All your poly, put the kettle on. SBR, stainless steel, you can use it on that twice as well. And as urethane, I said, vinyl and wood.
The only one you don't use it on is polythene or polypropylene, because the bottle is made of polypropylene and you don't want it to stick to the bottle.
No.
That's the point.
If you wanted to ever question, and you should, of course, question just how strong this is. Oh, yes, it can stick your nuts together. Oh, yes, you can do rubbers with it. Oh, yes, you can put your wood and make two pieces stick together. But what about the really tough jobs?
The tough jobs.
So how strong is your Foursquare Fix glue? Well, come and have a look at this. So I'm going to put some, and you only need to use a small amount. There are 900 drops in every single bottle. This is like a plastic PVC tape. So if we stick these two together just here like so, remember you've got time to work with it. Push out all of the air when you're ready. Make sure it's all pushed down. Ideally you want to leave this for about 10 seconds so it sticks properly and cures properly. But you can see there that I've joined the yellow to the red. That, by the way, is stuck. But how strong is your Foursquare Fix? Shall we show you how strong it is? Because look, we have a car that side, we have my forklift truck this side. Now how about we try and pull a car with my forklift and the Foursquare glue holding it all together. So let's go forward, as you can see just here. Let's take the strain. You ready? And here we go. We're pulling the car with the power the glue.
Wow, that glue is incredible. Details on your screen. Do check your baskets out. I'm really sorry. We had a few technical issues.
Yeah.
And you couldn't hear us, which for Sean, it was a blessing.
It was a joy for me, I've got to be honest.
He loved not hearing me, but we're back.
And we're back with a 24-hour deal. However, 10% of that stock has gone.
Even though we weren't really here, 10% of a vast amount of stock has sold out and gone. It's an amazing bundle. It is our M Sport, our waterless wash and wax. You're getting 2 of those, but you're also getting the rain guard, which we told you about, that beads the water off your windscreen. Then we've got as well our fantastic...
The tyre shine,
yes.
yeah, so the tyres look great as well. You've also got in there the fantastic, as you can see here, cockpit shine. So the interior of the car is covered as well. And then you've got an upholstery and leather cleaner. As well as that, you've got the microfiber cloths to do the cleaning.
You certainly have. But if you have just joined us, you think, hang on a minute, I'm not sure how does this work? Have you got waterless wash and wax for a car? Not only does it wash and wax, it leaves a layer of protection like you won't believe. But it is quite incredible. No buckets, no water, no getting cold in this horrible weather.
And it's just £20 for 10 pieces. You just need that item number 262677. Let's take a look at why it's so good.
Only for 24 hours.
When it comes to the World Rally Championship, it doesn't get much bigger than these guys right here. The M Sport World Rally Championship team. When it comes to cleaning your car, you want the very best as well. So why not clean your car with the waterless wash wax from the M Sport team? Simply spritz it onto your car, wipe it down with one microfiber cloth, and then buff it to a beautiful, brilliant shine with another. When you clean your car with M Sport waterless wash wax, you are cleaning every single part of the car. The glass, the paintwork, the plastic, the wheels, the tires. But not only are you cleaning it, but you're polishing it and protecting it all from one single bottle. In my mind, it doesn't get any better than this.
Oh my word, over 10% of the stock already sold out and gone, and Alan hasn't even done a live demonstration yet. We can't believe this bundle, can we, in the price?
Okay, I actually don't like this bundle, and I'll tell you why. Because it will make the people at home think, for 20 quid, it can't be that good. This is incredible, I promise you that. It is incredible. Every single element to this is the best of the best, okay? And M Sport themselves use this. They formulated it with the guys at Assured Products. They formulated it with chemists to make it work perfectly. And what goes on inside here is incredible. Wash, wax, polish, protect your car. Okay, now let me talk you how it works.
Any hose pipes?
Nothing. Now let's just take this. This came from a breaker's yard. I've just sprayed some dirt onto it, and I've also put bits of stuff on here to represent grit. Okay, so because you will get grit on it, and the first question people ask me is, but if you're not washing stuff off first, Alan, you're going to get grit. You're going to scratch your car.
Yeah.
No, because of things called surfactants and petroleum distillates in here. It does all of the job.
Science is
so
here as
watch
well.
this, okay? So what we do is we spritz it on, okay? Now in here, surfactants and petroleum distillates. And what's happening now is that the petroleum distillates are starting to break down the organic bits of dirt. So bugs and things like that, road traffic film is starting to break them down and liquidize them.
And salt now with the weather changing, that'll be on the roads next, won't it? That can really damage your car.
And you know how dirty your car is getting now with the rain and stuff like that.
Yep.
Now the surfactants in here then around the bits of grit represented here by bits of sugar, it's getting underneath that, and what it does is it encapsulates it and puts a barrier around the piece of grit so you don't have to worry about scratching. Now here's a very important thing, okay? We give you some of the cloths, pop it onto your car, do one panel at a time. I'm going to tell you, do not work hard. I promise you, do not work hard. Do not push hard on this. This is barely holding onto this cloth, and all I'm doing is giving it enough pressure in my hand to hold the cloth so it doesn't fly off.
So you massage it in and it lifts the dirt.
It lifts that dirt away from it.
Absolutely.
Now, look at the reflection there of the M Sport bottle. Doesn't look very great at the moment. Now, watch this. The second cloth then is the cloth that we use for buffing. So what we do now is we start to buff. Now, remember, please, that this bonnet came from a breaker's yard and it's had its life. It came from a car that's potentially 14, 15 years old. Who knows? But it's had its life. It's been on the road. And now, all of a sudden, once I've just cleaned it and now I'm giving it a little bit of a buff, that shine is back, and that's going to work on every single part of your car. And now we have a much clearer reflection
I
in
mean,
there.
that is incredible. And
Yep.
no hose pipes, no water, not you getting freezing outside. You did our car the other day.
Yeah.
And honestly, in an instant,
Well, the funny
you've
thing
done the whole
was,
car.
I was only going to do the bonnet because we were in
Yeah.
a rush. We were going out.
We park under like some trees, and there's always berries and things, isn't there? And
bird droppings,
It's a
yeah.
nightmare.
I did the whole car, and we got a 4x4. I did it in about 20 minutes,
Yeah.
didn't I? I didn't do the wheels, I've got to be honest.
Yeah.
But in 20
And
minutes, I got
sold
around the
some
whole
to the
car.
plumber, because the plumber
I
was
did.
there, and he was like, "What's this all about?" And honestly, absolutely brilliant. But to have this bundle, to have two actual bottles,
2 1-litre
1
bottles.
litres, yeah.
M Sport waterless wash and back wax for £20. That's amazing on its own. But then you've got everything else in that bundle.
Everything else. So you've got the tyre shine, you've got the upholstery, you've got the rain guard. And hundreds of you are going through it already. At £20, don't just buy it for yourself, buy it as Christmas
Yeah,
gifts.
great gift
Anyone
idea.
who's got a car will love it.
Might have a birthday coming up, perhaps someone's just passed their test, someone's got a brand new car, and we love our cars, you know, we spend a fortune on our vehicles, and when they're dirty, they look old. Our car looks really old and tatty when it's dirty. When it's clean, it looks amazing,
Yeah, it
doesn't
looks
it?
like a new car.
And it could be a caravan, could be a motorhome, could be a boat. It's phenomenal. But it's not just about washing, because that looks fantastic. It's washed beautifully. The wax shine is quite incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's down to carnauba wax. Now, carnauba wax is the most expensive wax that we know of. It's the hardest wax. It has the highest melting point, and it's naturally taken, or it's taken without harming the carnauba tree in the Amazon rainforest. In fact, the local people out there where it grows, they call it the tree of life because it gives so much to the community, and it's used in so many different things. But carnauba wax is the real secret to it. Now, this here is carnauba wax in its natural, in its state before it's melted into the into this formulation, and that's what gives you that little that coating of wax at the end. And it is the hardest wax known to man. It also has the highest melting point. But a great thing about this as well is that, number one, Mother Nature, greatest thing ever. What was happening is the carnauba tree was being damaged by birds up in the tree in the canopies, pooing. And of course, we all know about bird poo, how damaging that can be to a car. Absolutely. Well, because it was damaging the leaves, thus damaging the tree, Mother Nature, then the tree itself, changed the makeup of the wax that it was excreting to protect against bird poo.
Clever.
So now you have that protection on your car,
Brilliant.
but also sunshine. Amazon rainforest, but sunshine,
sun protection,
UV damage,
That can
also
fade your paintwork and the
absolutely,
plastics,
and the
because this
plastics.
is on the plastics as well.
Every single part of your car. So now you have UV protection as well on your car. Now, here's the brilliant thing about this, right, is that you get your 2 litres of it. That's between 4 and 6 medium-sized cars, average-sized cars, let's say Ford Focus, that kind of thing. But Haley, you always say it, and you're absolutely
I
right.
swear,
the more you use, the more you get
because
from it.
we've used this for a time now, I swear we get about 10 washes out of a bottle, because it cleans so easily.
And the car seems to stay cleaner for longer, doesn't it?
And the reason for that is, so we think that a surface like this is really smooth when we run our fingers over it. It feels smooth, as does glass, but it's not. It's really full of imperfections, scratches, micro scratches, all of those things. But what the carnauba wax does is it fills in all of those imperfections and gives us a beautiful wax finish, so the water beads away from it completely differently.
And the dirt's the same, really. It just doesn't cling on like it normally does.
Now, in preparation for the show, okay, on what day are we today? It's Sunday, isn't it? Yeah, Sunday, Monday morning.
Now, yeah.
Wednesday of last week, I dropped little Buddy off to have his little operation that little boy cats have.
That's his cat.
That's my little cat, by the way, yeah. Not my son, the baby cats have. And when he was in there, it was very sad, I said, I'm going to go now and see how much a car wash is. So there's a place close to the vets, around the back of the place, and you drive in, you go through, and they clean it. I was in there genuinely for about 8 minutes, I kid you not. As I got up to the end when they were just taking the wet off, said, cash your card. I said, card, go inside. And I went in, and I'd seen the sign, and I won't say which the sign said, but the guy charged me £25.
Just for the outside?
Just for the outside of my, and I promise you that it was said £15 it said on the wall, but then there was a little from on that. And he said if that was a tiny little Polo or something, it'd be a 15 quid, but any car bigger than that, £10 premium on it. I promise you this. I promise you, I paid £25. I'm still not over it.
And that's why this value is brilliant for this bundle.
Incredible.
So good.
Because you're not just washing the outside either, you're looking after the inside.
And you're not just washing
of
it
the
once,
car.
you're washing it time and
Yeah,
time and time again. Am I hearing right? 20%. We're very, very fastly approaching 20% of the entire 24-hour stock sold out and gone. Lots of multi-buyers today, which is a really
if you're
good idea.
multi-buying, you'll only pay one postage for your order. So buy a set for yourself. But think of anyone who you could buy
Who
this
loves
for
their
as
car
gifts.
that's passed the driving
Who's got a
test.
car? That's all they need.
And that's aunties, uncles, mums, dads, brothers, sisters. Sometimes you just don't know what to buy for Christmas, and you want to spend. Do you want to spend too much? £20 is a great price to spend, but you get so much for £20.
So much for £20. By the way, can I just give you a little bit of a hint and a tip as well? Of course, when you use the waterless wash wax, we're using it on plastics.
Yeah.
We're using it on glass, okay?
The mirrors.
Now, exactly, and the mirrors of the car. So now let's step to our house. So your UPVC, your windows,
Yeah.
your shower doors,
Great.
and again, you know the way you get that white stuff. What's the build up? Not calcium. The
hard water,
hard,
limescale,
lime
Lime
scale,
scale, yeah.
building up on that. I
Shower
use it on my
screens.
taps as well, on the
Yeah.
shower screens,
Great.
and of course the water beads away, and you get less of that. You can use it on your high glass cabinet doors
Yeah.
and
Your
stuff
white
like
goods
that.
at home as
White
well.
goods at home. All of those things. Don't use it on the
in that
floor. it'll be
respect, it's a
slippery.
bit multi-purpose. But honestly,
Inside.
I know lots of you using it on your car. You know, thinking about your cars right now. And don't forget everything else you've got in the bundle
Yeah.
as well. When you look at that rain guard, I mean, that is amazing.
Okay, let me tell you a little bit about Rain Guard, okay? So when I tell you something, okay, you won't believe that this is in the bundle for £20 for all of this, okay? This here has nanotechnology. So when we think about anything that's nano, okay, we know what we're talking about. We're millionths of a centimetre, okay? This Rain Guard here is incredible. You clean your windscreen or your windows, your mirrors, whatever it might be, and then you pop this onto it and you simply rub over with your cloth, your microfiber cloth, and the water simply,
What a
it's
difference.
hydrophobic completely.
That's
Water runs away.
incredible.
Now, you mentioned earlier on as well about your windscreen wipers. I was driving back today from Warrington. Okay, we're up doing some filming, and the rain was just
Horrendous, wasn't it?
atrocious. Now, of course, when you have this on, now don't ever do this, but you could almost drive with no windscreen wipers. It
Because
just
it literally
blows off.
bleeds.
Well,
But
yes.
you did test it that
I
way,
did
didn't
test
you?
it that way, yeah.
At M Sport.
At M
Obviously,
Sport
you'll
we did.
always put your
Yeah,
windscreen
please
wipers
do,
on.
yeah, I'm just saying.
But you know what it's like? You don't think they're going fast enough, are they? They're not getting rid of the water, so it's really going to help to give that clear vision on those wet days, which is just brilliant.
And that's just
yeah,
one of the elements
absolutely,
that's included.
yeah.
Remember, it's a 10-piece kit for £20. So waterless wash and wax, you get 2 1 litres. We've talked about the rain guard just there. What do you want to mention next?
Okay,
Alan?
let me talk about inside of your car, because remember I paid £25. By the way, big shout out to Trevor Campbell, who's a friend of mine who's just bought some as well. He just told me. Have a look at this here. So we talk about the outside. I paid £25 for one clean outside the car. This here now is your cockpit shine. So inside all of your plastics, in around the instrument binnacle, if you have like kind of a plastic dashboard and stuff like that, do that. Around the gear change and stuff like that, all of your cockpit, shine it with this, and this is brilliant. You know, there's little bits of kind of they look like metal, they look like aluminium, but they're not.
Yeah.
Brilliant on that. They get hand marks all over it. Fantastic. This is.
This would have been
that.
great on our previous car that we had cream seats and we got sort of denim marks on them,
Yeah.
didn't we? And we couldn't find anything to get it off. I bet this would have been absolutely perfect.
Would have been superb,
We got
yeah.
a clip actually, I think.
Yeah,
to show
all
how it
around the
works.
dashboard area you're going to be able to use this with. And remember, you're getting everything 10 pieces for £20.
As important as it might be to keep the outside of your car clean, at M Sport we understand as well that keeping the interior of your car is super important too. And we want to keep that easy for you. So with the cockpit shine, all we do is a little spritz, you really don't need much, and get an absorbent cloth. In this case I'm using a microfiber cloth, and simply wipe the dashboard, any of the plastics, the instrument binnacle, all of these areas, and even your door cards to a beautiful smear-free shine.
It is quite incredible, isn't it? So we're talking about cleaning the whole of the outside, waterless wash and wax. So it's waterless, it's washing, it's waxing, it's leaving a layer of protection. Then we're cleaning the inside as well, but we've got the right product for every single area.
You've got cockpit shine, but you've also got an upholstery and leather cleaner included. But we're going to show you next the tyre shine.
Yeah, tyre shine.
Because the difference it makes on your tyres, again, it looks like you've changed them.
I brought this wheel in. Let's put this up on two.
Now we're just getting busier and busier and busier. You do need to check your baskets out. 24-hour offer up until midnight tonight for this £20 deal. £15 saving, but remember it's only as long as stocks last, so I do think we could lose it just after the show, so please don't expect it to be available later on today. Grab it while the stock's there.
Now we'll clean the wheel a little bit later on for you, but I just want you to see how dull the tyre looks on this, okay? And just take a little look at that now and just take it in, and you can see it doesn't look great. Now of course what happens is, and this is really important as well for you to know, that when you go to hand car washes, not all of them, right, the stuff they use, but they get that paintbrush and it's almost like a cutaway milk carton.
Yes, yeah.
Put the brush in and brush around. Some of those will have chemicals in that can break down the lacquer on your wheel and start cracking your alloy wheel as it drips down, okay? So this here, not.
So the tyre dressing's designed to not harm anything.
Absolutely. So what we'll do is I'm just going to do half of this here now, okay? Pop that on, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to rub this in like so, and watch this. Now.
That's brilliant. Well, honestly, when you see this, my word.
That is going to look like a new tyre.
That part of the tyre does look new.
Wow.
Look at that.
That's incredible.
Isn't that fantastic? It really is just amazing.
And it's so important to have clean looking tyres, because I think if your car's clean and your wheels are dirty, it still looks a mess.
It does. And sometimes if my car's a little bit dirty and I don't have a lot of time, like you said the other day, you're doing the bonnet, I would just do the wheels and tyres and it actually makes it look
right. Yeah, I can believe it.
How different does that look?
Fabulous.
I'm going to do a little demonstration for you as well, just to show you something, okay? Now, you wouldn't ever put this on the thread of your tyre, but just look here at this, okay? And then I'm going to just put a little bit of it on there so you can see that, okay? All right. Now I'm just going to turn this towards me and I'm just going to spritz a little bit of this on, and then I'm just going to rub over this just to show you, because it's a bigger area, okay? And then you will just see what it does even to the road part.
So again, the great thing is you don't need any water, you only need your microfiber cloth.
Look at that.
And the job is done. Obviously you wouldn't do it on this part of your tyre, but just showing you how it really does. I mean, it looks like a new tyre again.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
Fabulous.
That's the great thing about this kit, because you've got something for every part of your car.
Absolutely.
2626777, hundreds of you going for the bundle already. As we said, approaching 20% of a huge amount of stock already in baskets. Not just for you, for gifts. You're going to love it for Christmas
Lots
gifts.
of you multi-ordering, just one delivery if you're multi-ordering. And do multi-order. Think about you, think about perhaps someone's just bought a new car, someone's just passed their driving test, perhaps someone loves their caravan. The great thing is you could be at the top of a multi-storey car park, you could be waiting for the kids to come out of school and you could be cleaning your car.
Taxi drivers love it, don't they?
Yeah, taxi drivers, wedding cars as well. Because driving on a really wet day, miserable day, getting to the house and then the car's filthy, in an instant you can clean it. And actually...
Cambridge vintage cars.
Yes, they use it.
I knew you were coming to that.
In London, you often walk past really nice car showroom places. Look at that.
Yeah.
I mean, on truly vintage, expensive vehicles.
Now, interesting enough, Lee contacted me directly and he said, Alan, he said, there he is. He said, Alan, can I use this on brass? And I said, I actually don't know. But I went back to the manufacturers and spoke to the guys and said, can this be used on brass? They said, yes.
Great.
So absolutely no problem at all. Now, here's another thing about this, right, is that he sees pride and joy and uses this M Sport on it. It must be great.
Absolutely.
You're not going to risk anything, are you?
Absolutely not.
I'm so busy. We've got another piece that we want to include because it's in the bundle, remember. 10 pieces, I couldn't get over for £20. If you break them down, £2 per item. What you said, I think, is really important. Don't think, oh, well, it's only £20. It's brilliant.
I promise you, it is
you're
unbelievable.
getting so much for £20. You truly are. It's absolutely phenomenal. I remember when we first launched the Rain Guard, I think we launched it. It was either $20 or $29.99. Can you remember it?
Yeah, the
or
nanotechnology.
It was
very expensive.
just for that product on its own, and that's part of your bundle. So this is why this bundle is only ever for 24 hours, but it never actually lasts 24 hours. We're hoping it's going to last 24 hours, but I think we are going to struggle. Incredible deal, incredible bundle, but it will be only as long as stock is there. Remember, and we've had a few really busy nights, it's not yours until you check your basket out. And that's the problem. You'll put it in your basket and think it's okay, I've got it, I'll check it out tomorrow because it'll still be sat there. And sadly, that's not the case. When we get low on stock, if there's only 10 left, 210 people can be ordering. It's only the first 10 that check out, so you do need to check those baskets out. Now, yeah, do email in.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you. studio@shopontv.co.uk. Actually, we've got a shout out to make as well.
Yes, we will say hello to Daz.
Daz from the Birmingham Hippodrome. We were there last night. Yeah, the team were there.
Fabulous show.
Yeah, great show. So we're going to get to the final element as far as the cleaning products.
Yes. Well, actually, if you have a little look at this one, I want you to notice what this says on the front here. And you would be thrilled to have this in. This actually says that it is leather cleaner. But, well, I'll show you something.
Bonus.
I'm going to take that away and I'm going to give you this formulation, which is leather and fabric. Now, the reason that I'm excited and I'm delighted to show you this is that you can go out and have a formulation that's for leather, you can get one that's for fabric. Very rarely will you get one for the two. This one has been specifically made to clean both of them. I use it on the leather seats in my car, but some people have cloth, half leather.
Yes.
Some people have Alcantara. Some people have all these different types of seats. You can use this. It will clean no matter what. So you don't have to sit there and go, oh, I'd love to buy that, but there's no point because I've got cloth seats and that's for leather. No good.
Both.
Or the other way around. This does both. It doesn't matter. You don't have to worry about if you're giving it as a gift. Do they have cloth? Do they have leather?
Right
Doesn't
products,
matter.
absolutely. Does it? If there's like perhaps the kids have dropped some ketchup or something on the seat, is it going to clean that away as well?
Absolutely. It cleans, deep cleans as well. Absolutely cleans. Spread on. And I'm going to just say this to you, right? I want you to have a little whiff of this because this has a... just give it a little whiff. Doesn't that smell fresh?
It's got that,
clean?
you know, when you do pay for a really expensive valet,
It does.
It's got that smell. You get in your vehicle, don't you? It's got that amazing
It's that
smell.
new car smell, isn't it?
And that's made me think of one of our previous producers. Absolutely loved his car, swore by this
Chaz,
product like you would not believe. And when he actually sold his car, he sold it back to the garage he bought it from. And they couldn't believe his vehicle.
What good condition it was in.
Because it looked better than when they sold it to him because he'd been cleaning it with this all this time.
And that's it. And when I bought my car now is almost 5 years old, would you believe? And I bought it new. And I got home with it. It was all cleaned when I got it, obviously, brand new car. When I went home, I immediately put some waterless wash wax on it to start building up that protection against those micro scratches and stuff like that.
Well, actually, often the garage will offer to put a layer of protection on your vehicle. And it can be hundreds of pounds. So you know you're doing that with your M Sport waterless wash and wax. And just a few questions in. Can we use that on leather furniture as well, the leather cleaner?
Absolutely. And your own, if you have, spill on your couch or something like that, you can use that. Please don't just confine yourself to the car. It's leather and fabric. Doesn't matter where the leather and fabric is. Don't forget, your tire dressing obviously is for your tire, but your waterless wash wax indoors as well. Mirrors, glass. I'm actually going to clean a mirror a little bit later on just to show you high gloss cabinets. You can use it on your splashbacks. You can use it on all sorts.
So versatile. We don't know where the time's going. We don't know where the stock's going. It is disappearing really, really quickly. So we should see the leather cleaner. Well, the leather and material cleaner.
Yeah, let's recap that and take a little look at this.
So when you do vacuum out your car and you find those pesky stains that don't disappear, well, we've got you covered there too because we have the M Sport leather and fabric cleaner. What we do with this is we spray it onto a cloth. I like to do it quite liberally. And then simply dabbing motion, circular motion. Oh, it smells gorgeous too. And then using the other side or a second cloth, dab it dry. And that stain that was there is gone. Hey presto, we've got you covered.
Wow, we are approaching a quarter now of the entire 24-hour stock well, we haven't even been on air for an hour.
Yeah, we were showing you some other products during that time as well. So if you want to get hold of this, like we said, brilliant gifts for all and everyone. Remember, if you spend over £30, so if you're going for 2 sets, you'll be able to spread the cost with PayPal Pay in 3.
Lots of you are doing that, and that's going to make it even easier, isn't it? And it's a great Christmas gift. Buy one bundle for yourself, buy one gift as a Christmas gift, which is fantastic.
And multi-ordering means only one postage on the same item. So if you want to go for this, it is a great time to buy. Buy for yourself, buy as gifts. Let's run you through and recap everything we've got. 262677 is the item number. We start with the waterless wash and wax, don't we?
Which is phenomenal. How do you normally clean your car? You've got to get a hose pipe, buckets of water. You've got to get all the shampoos and things. And it's horrible when it's really cold. And then that water turns to ice on your drive when it gets really, really cold. You're soaking wet, you're freezing. No water, no hose pipes, no mess, actually. All you need is M Sport microfiber cloths, which you've also got in the bundle, and you're ready to go.
And you don't leave any smears, you don't leave any marks behind on the car.
And you don't just wash, it waxes the car like you won't believe. But actually, it's the layer of protection it leaves, which really looks after your vehicle.
You're washing, you're waxing, and you're protecting. You're getting 2 1-litre bottles included in the bundle, and this is how it works.
When it comes to the World Rally Championship, it doesn't get much bigger than these guys right here. The M Sport World Rally Championship team. When it comes to cleaning your car, you want the very best as well. So why not clean your car with the waterless wash wax from the M Sport team? Simply spritz it onto your car, wipe it down with one microfiber cloth, and then buff it to a beautiful, brilliant shine with another. When you clean your car with M Sport waterless wash wax, you are cleaning every single part of the car. The glass, the paintwork, the plastic, the wheels, the tires. But not only are you cleaning it, but you're polishing it and protecting it, all from one single bottle. In my mind, it doesn't get any better than this.
Honestly, it cleans like you won't believe, and it's so quick.
Yeah.
But that layer of protection through the winter months when that salt is all on the road, through the summer months when the bugs are welled into the front of your vehicle, it all cleans off so nicely, but it stays cleaner for longer.
Yeah, it's like where we park, like you were saying, we park under a tree, so there's berries drop onto the car, there's bird droppings drop onto the car, and literally now we have it in the car all the time. Every time you go out to the car, spritz it on, rub it in, buff it off.
It virtually just wipes away in an instant, honestly. It's so simple to use. It's a pleasure to do because your car looks so good as well, and it's so. Sometimes we do half the car each, don't we?
Yeah.
So start at the back, all the way around to the front, and the job is done in an instant. You went out the other day just to do the bonnet because of the bird drop-ins, and then you thought, oh, may as well do the whole of the car. And it looks immaculate still now, even though we've done loads of changes.
And that's just the start of this bundle. Remember, 2 1-litre bottles. Now, next up, this is spectacular. The rain guard.
Oh,
this is about making the water bead away from the windscreen. Like you always say, when our windscreen wipers in our latest car don't seem to go as fast as they used to go.
I think the rain is just
or
heavier,
is the rain
isn't it?
heavier?
And sometimes it comes down and you think, am I on the fastest thing? And you really can't see. This will make such a difference in those situations. And if you're thinking, how on earth does that work? Well, take a look at this. This is worth every single penny of the whole bundle on its own.
M Sport Rain Guard literally drives the water away. It has nanotechnology which fills in all of the imperfections in your windscreen, leaving the most perfect coated windscreen. The water droplets do not stick to it. All we do is spritz. I like to give it just a little second, and with that microfiber cloth, all I do is rub it in like so, and that is the job done. Coated, protected, and when you drive your car, the water simply beads away. It's incredible.
Did you see the difference that makes? It's incredible.
Yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it? Compared to when it's regularly raining with your wipers or this.
Wow.
Having that rain guard protection, absolutely brilliant. That's your next item that's included in the bundle.
And that, honestly, when we launched it, we can't all remember what price it was, but it was over £20 for that. We think it was about $29.99. It's incredible. We've actually found it on another shopping channel for twice the price for the whole bundle that we've got tonight. So you have got exceptional value for money tonight. But I think that just on its own is worth £20. But let's move on because there's so much more in this bundle.
And what have we got next? Let's take a little look at this one for you. Now, this is all about the tyres. Tyre shine, the finish on the outside of the tyre, isn't it?
It's so important. If you've got a clean car, it's no good having dirty tyres. It's a bit like having the best dress or the best suit on, and then you've got the tattiest shoes that've got a bit falling off them and they're all looking a real mess and they're dirty. It ruins the whole look, and dirty tyres do exactly that. So honestly, wait till you see, because your tyres, they'll look brand new again.
So we've already cleaned this tyre with the waterless wash and wax from M Sport, and it looks good, doesn't it? But you know what? We've got something to make it even better, and that is the M Sport tyre dressing. When you see the result this gives you, it's mind-blowing. A true showroom finish. Simply spray it around onto your tyre, and once it's there, get your clean cloth and simply go around, creating an even finish around the whole of the tyre. Wow, just look at that. That is extraordinary.
I mean, that looks incredible, doesn't it? And often if you do go to a car cleaning place, they'll often charge you extra to do the tyres, whereas you've got that again included in this bundle, but the difference it makes is fabulous.
Yeah, and it's designed exactly for that, so you've got that perfect finish on the tyres as well. We'll run you through the waterless wash and wax and cleaning your alloys and your hubcaps, because that brings the tyres up brilliantly for you. We're going to go inside the car now though, because this kit includes everything interior and exterior.
And if you have a valet, God, it costs a fortune now. It costs a fortune just to have the outside of your car clean. We were just talking about it, and it used to be sort of about £10 for our car originally. Now, when you look, it's £20 just to clean the outside. So to have it cleaned inside as well, you are talking easily 40 odd pounds. This, it has a smell that really makes you think that it's been professionally cleaned.
It's that professional valet smell,
and it
isn't
looks professionally cleaned, doesn't it?
And you can use it on all the different surfaces, remember. If you have just joined us and you're wondering what it's about tonight, £20 deal, 24-hour offer while stocks last, 262677. Let's have a little look inside the car.
As important as it might be to keep the outside of your car clean, at M Sport we understand as well that keeping the interior of your car is super important too. And we want to keep that easy for you. So with the cockpit shine, all we do is a little spritz, you really don't need much, and get an absorbent cloth. In this case I'm using a microfiber cloth, and simply wipe the dashboard, any of the plastics, the instrument binnacle, all of these areas, and even your door cards to a beautiful smear-free shine.
And the difference is incredible, but there's one more piece to this bundle. Well, actually, of course, you've got your microfiber cloths as well.
4 microfiber cloths.
Which are brilliant and wash fantastically.
Yeah, when you do wash your microfibers, just don't use any fabric softener because it affects the absorbency, so make sure you don't use that. But you'll use those around the house as well. Now, final piece, when it comes to the cleaning products, we're taking a look at the upholstery, a fabric cleaner and leather cleaner. It does it all, doesn't it?
And that's great. Doesn't matter what sort of car you've got, what sort of seats you've got inside the vehicle. If you're buying this as a gift, you don't need to know, because it's going to work on all of them, and you can use it in the home as well. But let's take a look at it inside the car.
So when you do vacuum out your car and you find those pesky stains that don't disappear, well, we've got you covered there too, because we have the M Sport leather and fabric cleaner. What we do with this is we spray it onto a cloth. I like to do it quite liberally, and then simply dabbing motion, circular motion. Oh, it smells gorgeous too. And then using the other side or a second cloth, dab it dry, and that stain that was there is gone. Hey presto, we've got you covered.
Now, just hearing how busy we are, I think the phones are really busy. So if you are having trouble getting through, they'll get to you as soon as they can. But if you can jump onto the website, because we're so busy, it might be better actually if you can. Yeah, ShopOnTV.co.uk. Your item number, remember, is 262677. If you go to our live show, scroll down, you'll see all the products we've got. You've got a 10-piece kit. That's
£20.
great, isn't it? That explains everything that's in that bundle for £20. And if you are multi-ordering just one delivery, if you spend over £30, you've got PayPal Pay in 3 as well. So it's well worth thinking ahead. Christmas presents, birthday presents. Perhaps someone's just bought a brand new car, or perhaps someone's just passed their driving test. What a great gift idea. But do check your baskets through, because we're just getting busier and busier. Though it's meant to last till midnight, I think we'll struggle.
We will see, won't we? Now we're going to go back to our waterless wash and wax. John's emailed in. He wants to know, can you use it on a really old car? Will it bring the bonnet up nice?
Absolutely, perfectly. What it won't do, obviously, is if it's faded and stuff like that, it's not going to restore it, but what it's going to do is bring it back to a beautiful shine for you. It's going to bring it up and look the best. I remember speaking with a lady, she sent us in some pictures as well a while back, and she had a really old Primera, and it was a beautiful green colour, do you remember? Or purple colour, I should say. And it brought it up beautifully. She said she was going to trade it in, and she decided to keep it.
Paintwork
because of this. But remember, when you do use it, it's going to help prevent any further damage from UV rays.
And the difference, you will be blown away, the difference of how it looks when you have cleaned it. And Matthew's emailed in as well and said he absolutely loves this product. Used it for years, wouldn't be without it. I think most people that have used it are exactly like that.
You don't go back. You really don't. Once you start using it, you love it. And the great thing is, this time of year as well, who wants to go out using water? Who wants to go out with boots? Who wants to go out doing all this and getting wet and all of that? Nobody does. This year, you go out with a handful of microfiber cloths and this to do all of the outside of the car. If you want then to shine the tyres, of course, do. But I want to show you, do you remember I shined half of that? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clean half of the wheel now, okay? And then what I'm going to do is do a little reveal for you,
and
okay?
tyres get so dirty. It's not just the dirt off the road, it's the brake dust as well,
Brake dust, absolute nightmare, it really is, and that gets welded on almost as well. But what I'm going to do is, now I know I usually show you me cleaning, but I just fancied this time giving you a little bit of a reveal on this so you can see the difference that it has made to this. And then you'll see half of the wheel shined and cleaned, half of the tyre as well shined and cleaned. And I promise you, this won't be anywhere near as disappointing as the Mike Tyson fight the other night. There you go. Are you ready for this? Let me just give this a little bit of that. Just to bring it up. Now you're ready for this. Now remember, half of this is done and half is not. Watch the tyre and watch the wheel. Boom.
Wow.
Look at the difference.
And this is why the wash and wax is brilliant, because you can use it all around the car, can't you?
Absolutely. Look at the shine here. Look at how dull it is around here. Clean, dirty. Now
and
I know.
It's left a layer of protection.
Layer of protection.
On the wheel as
absolutely.
well.
Layer of protection.
Which is fantastic.
Now, I can tell you this, any type of dirt you have on your car, it's going to work with. It's going to work with tree sap. Real problem. It's going to work with bird lime. It's going to work with road traffic film. It's going to work with the tar that's been kicked up off of the road as well. It's going to do all of that. It's really superb.
Well, actually, you really tried and tested it. And I don't know if we originally started this demonstration because we had an email in once and someone said they'd had their car graffitied.
Well, actually, there's a little story to. Will I tell you a story now or later?
Tell us now.
Okay, so we were using and showing this, and what happened was a guy, Jeff, his name is, somebody went along. He'd seen us do this, and he bought some. Okay, and he had it at home, and he'd seen this demo that I'm about to do. And somebody did go down the street and vandalise cars and spray painted a load of cars. And they called the police came, the police looked, and they'd give crime numbers, whatever they do. And then Jeff got out waterless wash wax, and the policeman said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "Well, I'm going to take the paint off now." And he went, "How do you mean?" He said, "Get a specialist." He said, "No, watch this." He said, "I've seen," I don't know if he said Alan or not, but he saw me, sprayed it on, cleaned it, took him a couple of minutes to do the whole side of the car. Gone. The policeman was so impressed, he became a customer, and he now uses it. So
And it doesn't strip your paint; it just takes away that paint. We're going to show you exactly how it works.
So it makes sense. But this is all about how well this cleans. Remember, not only is it clean and giving a great shine, it leaves the layer of protection as well as solving these problems.
Why have you got spray paint on the top of your car?
Well, okay, so I do have this. This is what graffiti people use, okay? And I have graffitied my very own car, ladies and gentlemen. Have a look at that. Now, Dave, can you just run your fingers over that and confirm that it's dry?
That is bone dry.
Okay, even if I rub over that, it doesn't move.
Nope.
That is dried in, but I want to show you the power of the M Sport. Now, I'm going to put quite a lot on this because clearly this is a big job to do. Now, this really is going to show you the power. Now, I'm going to show you, of course, how to clean everyday dirt from your car as well. Now, as I do this and I start to swirl, now you might think, why would you put spray paint onto your very own car, Alan? Surely you're asking for trouble when you do that. Well, actually, you'd think that you would be, but I'm dealing with a product here from M Sport that is absolutely incredible in its formulation, and it is super protective as well of the paintwork. In fact, it's protective of it and leaves a protective layer as well. That was this spray paint can along my very own car. Now, I wouldn't do that if I wasn't completely and utterly convinced that this is an incredible product. There's the paint that has been broken down.
It's quite incredible, isn't it?
Well, that's that car I mentioned. We bought that brand new, so it's about it's almost 5 years old now, but when that was done, about 4.5 years old, but still, and you can see how good the car looks
pristine.
because I've been using the waterless wax all the while.
It makes such a difference. Now, we were just discussing, the weather's changed, hasn't it? The nights are really dark. We're having to use our lights so much more. And if lights are dirty, it's a bit like your glasses being dirty. You can't see properly.
Quite frankly, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Because you need to see, especially on back roads and stuff like that. And on motorways, maybe you might not notice it as much, but as soon as you go onto a B road or something, you're like, wow, I can't really see very well. Yeah, and you know, it could be, you know, something like this just here. Now, what I want you to do is just have a little look at that there, and you will see, and just think about the light, that's the actual light, the bulb behind there. And of course, now you have special LEDs, etc., you know, and all these different fancy lights. It used to be halogens, remember, was the big thing, and then they went blue lights in it, and now it's LEDs and stuff. But you get the idea. So you think about the front of your car as you're driving. Now, I want you to just think that when it's not raining or has been raining and stopped and you're driving, how often you're using your wash wax. So you're going to do
constantly.
You're cleaning your windscreen. But what's happening is the windscreen is like that in front of you, so are the lights out the front. But you're not cleaning them. You're cleaning your windscreen. Now, if you didn't clean your windscreen, think how dirty that would become.
How bad your vision
and think how bad your vision would be.
Of course.
So now the lights are dealing with that. Now, this is just a little demo. I want you to see that. Just take a little look at that again, okay? And then I'm going to show you this when I've cleaned. I'm going to turn it around because the bulb is in there, okay? And that's what's sending out that light. You've got that lovely reflective surface in the back there as well.
About the reflection as well,
exactly.
which obviously you've lost
now,
completely.
I'm going to turn this around because I'm going to do a reveal on it, but I'm going to give this a little bit of a clean. Now, remember, it's a spritz. That's what we do, okay? I can promise you this, you will use too much the first time you use it, but after a while you get used to it. As you said, as you have that protection, what you'll actually find is when you spray it for the first time you're using it, you'll almost feel the cloth gripping the first time.
Lifting.
Yeah, and it kind of grips because your car is rough. But then when the second time you use it, because you have that wax there, it's much, much smoother.
So much easier to clean because it's left that layer of protection. It cleans so much quicker. And it stays clean. It seems to stay clean for so much longer than when you wash it normally with water and things. It's phenomenal. But you won't believe the difference it'll make on your lights. You'll see the difference right now. But wait till you're behind that wheel and you actually visually see the difference when your lights are clean. It's just like when you clean your glasses and all of a sudden you're like, wow! You know, it's like someone's turned the lights on. Everything is so bright and lovely.
And it's as simple as that. You spray it on, you rub it in, you buff it off. It's as simple as that on all the surfaces.
Less is more. You don't need loads and loads.
Now, of course, can I just say this to you as well, that people say, yeah, but Alan, it's going to get dirty again anyway. But like we've been saying all through the show, that the things stay cleaner for longer. A little bit of a tip for you if you wanted to.
Yes, that's a good idea.
Put a bit of your rain guard onto your headlights.
So remember, if you miss the rain guard, it's about the water beading away from the surface. So we'll show you the difference it makes when you use the rain guard. So you clean it with your wash and wax, put a bit of rain guard on there, and you'll get this, won't you?
Yeah, which is incredible.
And I'll show you how to do that application actually when we're here. I might as well do that. But let me reveal to you, remember how bad this light was. So think about, again, the problem with the light trying to come out through that. Are you ready for it?
Are you ready?
Now look at the difference.
It was filthy.
What a difference.
Now you can see, can't you?
Yeah, you can see that reflective stuff behind there, which is sending the light out. You can see the light cap here.
And so important, your back, your rear lights as well, for other people seeing you braking and things.
That's
so important.
Absolutely. You know, because when you're driving, your headlights are how you see, but your brake lights are how other people see you. So if your brake lights are really dirty, and they do get filthy, because how often do you drive up behind cars and you can't see the number plate? You know, it's filthy.
Well, you can't see the indicator. You think,
yeah, exactly.
The indicator on because it's just also dirty.
Also dirty.
So you've already cleaned it, then we the rain guard.
This is a nice little top tip because the water will bead off.
Yeah.
And I always feel like if there is any dirt, it sort of beads off with the water then because it's left again that extra layer of protection.
Well, that's what happens, you see, when you have that surface that's really rough and pitted and stuff like that. When the water gets onto it, it hangs onto it, and then when that evaporates, it leaves the dirt behind. But when you have this, it runs off and, of course, carries the dirt with it.
Right.
So all we would do is a little spritz of that on. You don't need a huge amount, okay? And use a clean microfiber cloth,
Right.
okay?
And you got
then
4 of those in the bundle. So
all I
you've got
do
the
is
microfibers.
I'm spreading that on all of the glass, just like that.
Right.
And would you believe it, that is the job done.
Brilliant.
And now I will let that dry in, and that will now evaporate, okay? And now look at it again, you can see how clean that's become. And now I have nanotechnology going on here, protecting that light.
And that was that
So
beading
clean
that
it
we
and
saw.
put it- And that beading.
And it's
off you.
old cars, it's new cars, it's boats, it's
Yeah.
caravans and motorhomes, motorbikes as well, isn't
Oh yeah, absolutely. But don't use it on, you know, the throttle or the
Yeah.
brakes or the seat because you'll go flying.
Yeah.
And it might not be good for gentlemen if they go sliding forward onto. on the
James
motorcycle.
emailed in about motorbikes. Well, on the actual motorbike itself, absolutely, definitely. It's an amazing bundle, incredible products. If you were just getting M Sport on its own for £20, fantastic. If you're just getting the rain guard on its own for £20, brilliant. But you're getting all of this bundle, everything you see with the microfiber cloths, and you'll be able to sort out everything that you want to clean in your car.
That entire 10-piece collection for £20 or while stocks last. Remember, it's a time-limited offer. Whether it's grit on the car from the winter months or whether it's the bugs, how much do the bugs weld to the car?
They do weld to the front. You think, I'm never going to get them off, but M Sport can do it.
Have a look at the bugs on the front of this. We drove up here yesterday, 5.5 hours to get here, so we've picked up some bugs. So what I'm going to do is spritz that on.
I mean, they are normally a nightmare to get off.
Well, they get really solid on there, don't
Yeah,
they?
yeah.
And they become a real issue.
When the sun comes out, it's like they're baked on
baked
there.
onto it as well. Now, sometimes you might give it a couple of seconds like this, but watch this, look. You can see the bugs where they are here,
Yes.
just being cleaned away and nothing being left behind. Now, I'm going to implore of you, ladies and gentlemen, please do not push hard on this. This is not last night's burnt on dinner that you're trying to get rid of with a scouring cloth. This is your pride and joy at your car. Let the ingredients inside of the M Sport waterless wash wax do the work for you. No hard work. That suits Alan down to the ground. And now you can see the difference on
Look
that
at-
in
what
just
a
a couple of
difference.
seconds.
Wow, now we're really busy and we've got as many people ordering now as stock we've already sold, and lots of you multi-ordering. Just been talking to Alan and he's not sure, he doesn't think there's any more shows scheduled in before Christmas, and not sure if there's any more stock actually. We'll always try and get stock back in, but he's saying he thinks this could be it.
Particularly of this bundle, remember, this is a 24-hour deal. The pricing is absolutely
it's
bonkers. We found it
crazy.
elsewhere at double the price. £20 is our price for 10 pieces in total. We started with that waterless wash and wax. Remember, you'll use that all around the entire car, won't you?
You will, and whether it's on the paintwork, whether it's on the plastics, absolutely phenomenal. So you're getting 2 bottles of that. You've got that rain guard, which is phenomenal because that rain guard will actually stop you know when it really rains and the windscreen wipers don't seem to be fast enough, it makes the water bead off. So all of a sudden the vision is so much clearer, and you might think, what really? but you actually see how that works. I mean, that is incredible. So it's leaving an extra layer of protection, so the water just seems to bead away.
Yeah, it repels the rain, the sleet and the snow, remember. Snow coming this week, they said, on the weather. Oh, no. Also easier removing frost, ice, salt, mud and bugs with that rain guard. So if you want to go for that, it's part of the bundle. You don't have to choose it. It's included with everything else for £20.
That, which is ridiculous. Then we've got our tyre dressing, which is incredible, leaving the cars looking glistening, looking new, really. And the tyres can get so filthy dirty, and that makes such a difference. If the car's clean, the tyres need to be clean, and these are big old bottles.
Yeah, they're full-size products we're talking about here. That's about restoring that black rubber finish to the tyres that you've got there. Then we go inside the car, because this kit covers exterior and interior of the car, doesn't
So
it?
you'd never get your car cleaned inside and out for £20 once, would you? It'd be £40 or £50 if you had a valet.
Oh, my
This
word,
is allowing
yeah.
you to get the inside looking immaculate, like it's been done
And smelling
professionally.
nice.
Yeah.
It's a lovely fragrance.
There's always a really nice fresh smell, isn't there?
Yeah.
When you pick your car up from a garage, it always smells so good. You can get that time and time and time again. And whether that is on the dashboard, the plastics, on the steering wheel,
All
everywhere.
the surface on the interior of the car, that's why they call it the cockpit shine.
Sometimes when it's wet and you open the door, you've got all the watermarks inside, haven't
Yes,
you, to get
yeah.
rid of all of that as
And the
well.
scuff marks on the kickboards when you get
Yes,
into the
yeah.
car. You can use it on all those
You're gonna
different
love it.
areas.
And then you have got as well this little beauty, which is for leather and fabric. So whatever your seats may be, it is going to work beautifully on leather and on your material and your fabric. So indoors and out, so indoors and out. In your car and in your home,
Yeah.
is what I was trying to get out. So if you've got a leather sofa.
Yeah, it could be a leather coat or a handbag.
Yeah.
Any of those surfaces
I
in
tried
the
it on
home.
my bag, actually,
And
really good.
Alan says that about everything, not just for in and outside the car. You can use it in and outside the home as well. You're also getting, remember, 4 of those microfiber
Yes.
cloths. They're big, substantial sizes, really great weave on those, and they're all machine washable
And they
as well.
wash absolutely.
And they're strong.
Brilliantly.
Yeah.
They've got a really nice feel to them. They're nice and thick as well. And once you've used them, throw them in the washing machine, they wash just fantastic. You'll use them. I know we use microfiber cloths all around the home, but we've got certain ones for the car. We've got so many microfiber cloths. We've just washed our ones that we cleaned the car with.
And they last and last and last. So
Yeah.
10 pieces in total, 262,677. It's very important though, if you've got this in a basket or if you've got multiples in a basket, you've got to check out.
Well, it's a 24-hour deal if the stock lasts. That means it finishes at midnight tonight. It'll go back up in price. The fact is, we're that busy. We've got more people ordering now than stock we've already sold. We will struggle to have any stock left for you tomorrow. So you do need to check those baskets through. 30% of a vast amount of stock sold out in just an hour and 10 minutes. So I doubt very much, because we're just actually getting busier and busier. And lots of people multi-ordering, which is great for PayPal and for the delivery.
Yeah, you'll only pay 1 postage if you go for multiple sets of the M Sport. And remember, if you are getting a set for yourself, think of anyone who's got a car for a Christmas gift at £20.
Just passed their driving test.
£20.
Just got a brand new car,
Brilliant.
perhaps a nephew or a niece or an auntie and uncle. Sometimes you just don't know what to buy every Christmas, do you, for people? And that is so much going into a 1 gift bag.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. And that is that present sold. They'll think you've spent a fortune.
All you've got to supply is the gift bag. Simple
Yes,
as that.
that's it.
So 262,677 is your item number. It's a brilliant affiliation with M Sport as well. The rally team. Alan's been lucky enough to go up there and test the cars out even. I don't know how he got away with that. But let's take a little look why you should go for this bundle tonight.
When it comes to the World Rally Championship, it doesn't get much bigger than these guys right here. The M Sport World Rally Championship team. When it comes to cleaning your car, you want the very best as well. So why not clean your car with the waterless wash wax from the M Sport team? Simply spritz it onto your car, wipe it down with 1 microfiber cloth, and then buff it to a beautiful, brilliant shine with another. When you clean your car with M Sport waterless wash wax, you are cleaning every single part of the car. The glass, the paintwork, the plastic, the wheels, the tires. But not only are you cleaning it, but you're polishing it and protecting it, all from 1 single bottle. In my mind, it doesn't get any better than this.
And that's just the waterless wash and wax in that 10-piece bundle. Everything included, £20. We're just getting busier and busier and busier.
If you've got any questions,
Yes.
do feel free to email into the studio at shopontv.co.uk. Alan, who was that? Callum's emailed in and asked about rain guard on his spectacles. I think that's a good idea.
It is. I
There's
mean,
no reason why not, is there?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
We don't know.
You'd have to try
But
it.
you know when you put this on your windscreen and then you see that water bead away.
Yeah.
What would you say to that water?
Go on.
The power of M Sport repels you.
Oh dear.
It's a
Don't give
reference
us the
to the
danger.
Exorcist.
I know.
Yeah.
Should we clean?
I thought that was brilliant.
Should we clean something?
Let's
I
talk
think
about this,
definitely.
okay? So I want to just go to a little bit of the kind of the, you know, what may happen in the science in this and why it works. So if we just look here where we've already cleaned, I put little bits of sugar down here, okay, just to show you. Now, if we got our cloth and started to do this, okay, and this is grit, you're going to get micro scratches on the paint.
Yeah, because if you got that
okay?
in a sponge and you
Yeah.
did that, it would
Absolutely,
scratch,
you're going to
wouldn't it?
scratch.
Yeah.
But what's happening is, and if we just look here, as I spritz this on, what actually happens is, where it is it just gets in and the little bits of grit and grime genuinely lift up inside and become encapsulated in the formulation just here. So what that actually is the surfactants that are working there. So the petroleum distillates start to break down the dirt and the organic dirt and etc. and the road tar and stuff. But those surfactants do the job of lifting it up. And they put a little kind of a little ball of protection around it. And that's why I say to you, please do not work hard. What you're not doing is this, okay? Have a look at this. I'm not doing this job here, okay? Watch what I'm going to do, okay? So I'm not going to do this. Absolutely not. All I'm doing is I'm literally, Penny, would you mind if you, this is a clean cloth. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah, it's like a massage.
That's
really.
all I'm
It's
doing.
just
Really gently,
light. Yeah.
no pressure at all, okay? I'm imploring of you not to work hard. So let's finish up.
Did you want some as well?
Thanks very much.
There you go, buddy. What have we left out? Let me
Equal opportunities here.
Absolutely. I enjoy doing it to you more. I think your reaction was
Back
nicer.
to your bonnet. Back to your bonnet.
Yeah, your reaction was nicer. You looked happier as I was doing it. So if we look at this
I was
bonnet
still
here,
thinking of your joke.
the power of M Sport repels you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spritz this on all over this bonnet. Now what you will do is you don't need much, especially when you stand back a little bit from your car, because what you will get is that spritz. If I go too close with this, what I'm doing is I'm getting a pool of it. But if I'm back,
you do first of all.
Exactly.
You put too much on and you don't need that much.
if I'm back, you see I'm getting that, you can hardly see the spritz, right? But that's what's happening. Now that's way too much on that, but I'm just trying to demonstrate to you. So 2 cloths always, okay? 1 cloth is for cleaning. Now remember, I'm just going to grab this and look at, even if I just do this, right, watch, okay? Just pulling it along, you can see that it's cleaning with no weight whatsoever. And let me bring it down the front so you can see it a bit better. Can you see that? So that's the idea. So all I'm doing is just catching the cloth and having some purchase on it, and I'm just going either side to side or backwards or forwards. Now they actually say to you, don't go around in circles because you may get micro scratches. I've never done that. I have always kind of went around in circles. That's just what I do. But then I'm kind of a rule breaker. That's what I tend to do. Now, once I've done that then, that's the cleaning of it done, but it's not very shiny. Lifted the dirt, and now the microfiber cloths, which you must use, have held onto that
Because you
dirt.
can still see.
Not
you've got
very
the
good.
product there. But this
Indeed.
is the shine.
Now, second cloth. Now, do you remember earlier on I said to you the science that's going on inside here? So let me explain what's happening. When you spray this on, the surfactants have to do their job of encapsulating dirt. The petroleum distillates have to do their job of breaking down the dirt. And then once it's cleaned and the microfiber cloth has lifted everything, then what has to happen is the science of this has to leave behind that carnauba wax, and it has to then, when you give it a little buff over like that, it has to give that perfect shine. All of that is happening all at the same time, and that's why genuinely they are scientists. They're actually chemists who put this together. They're formulation specialists that put this together. All of those ingredients mixed up in here all have to do a different job at different times to end up with the perfect result.
But they do
That's
it by
amazing.
themselves. You spritz it on, you polish it over, and you polish it off. Whereas normally you'd go around the car and rinse the car down. You'd go around the car and shampoo the car up.
Yeah.
You'd go around the car and you'd rinse it down. You'd go around the car and you'd dry the
takes
car.
so long.
You'd go around
Yeah.
the car and then you'd put wax on the car. You'd go around and polish the wax off. But then you still haven't got your layer of protection. So then you have to go around the car again to put that layer. Whereas you do spritz it on, polish it over, polish it off, and it's honestly as easy as that, and it does all those jobs.
It's exhausting just
warning.
listening to that, isn't it?
Absolutely,
It is.
absolutely.
I don't mind doing it.
My arm aches because I went round the car so many times.
There is a warning.
That's a
There is a
normal job.
warning. I've got to give you a warning. Yeah,
What's
it
the warning?
genuinely becomes addictive.
Yeah.
So you end up literally going like that and going, "Wow, that's amazing."
Yeah.
And you will wax lyrical about this. Pardon the pun, wax lyrical. You'll be very verbose with your friends about this because genuinely, and I really mean this hand on my heart, if you get your car cleaned by somebody else, or you go through one of those washer things, when you clean with this, and this is my absolute truth, I promise you this, for me, it looks 10 times better.
Oh, it's
and
done it,
people
yeah.
recognize when you've cleaned with that, they go, wow, your car is clean. And you go, ah, well, that is
There's
because
a
of
reason
this.
for that.
Yep,
Now, we
there's
did
a
have
reason for
another
that.
email in.
Yep.
And Susan, hi Susan.
Morning.
Susan was asking about what if the car's wet, the surface of the car.
No problem at all. Remember, this is a water-based product, okay? There's nothing harsh, nothing horrible inside of this whatsoever. It's water-based. If it's lashing rain, I was going to say a different word to become a P there. If it's lashing rain, okay?
Don't get wet yourself.
Don't get wet yourself, exactly. But if it's been raining, your car is wet, spritz it on the same and do it. But here's a big tip for you, okay? You must go along when you're doing it, especially in the summertime when you've got the heat and the sun. Do the door, the driver's door.
Just the
Right.
panel.
So,
Then do
Yeah.
the back door.
so don't spray the
Then-
whole car.
Exactly.
And then go round to polish it
Exactly.
in and polish it off.
Do
to
the
a
next,
section.
the back quarter, do the back, the boot and down here, and then do the window, go around the other side and do it, and then do the bonnet, half the
Yeah.
bonnet, and then do the roof
That's
as well.
quite a nice way to do it, because
Yeah,
as you
'cause
do that, you see the difference.
see it,
You
yeah.
see the before and after as you go round, and honestly, you won't believe how long your car seems to stay clean. You won't believe the shine. Your car looks new again. It's like when you first got it. I don't know what. It's amazing what a difference this product makes to just getting washed normally.
You're washing, you're waxing, and you're protecting. Now, Alan mentioned Warrington. He's been up there filming today. He was there previously to show you just how good M Sport is.
Now, if your car is thick with mud, of course you're going to rinse it down.
Yep.
But this is how our cars get, and this is very typical. Now, if we look at the dirt here, and you can see actually again, this here is literally showing could be bird poo dried in, but you can see that dirt. And as I swirl it around, I'm doing that lightly because I don't want to scratch my car, you can see. But watch this here. When I just spritz this on, like so, and onto the plastic, because it's for every single part of the car. We first get our first microfiber cloth. This here is dried in, and all I do is go backwards, forwards, and go around in a little circular motion if you need to, and then just do that here, and that, believe it or not, look at this dried in here. It's been worked out with the surfactants and the petroleum distillates. And again, underneath here, I'm doing that. Now that's the hard part done. Then I get my second microfiber cloth and do what we call the buffing. And when we move this backwards and forwards, now what we're doing is activating that wonderful, wonderful carnauba wax and leaving us with this brilliant shine.
You
Look
can
at what
see
it looked
Rich, our
like.
cameraman, in the reflection. There we go.
Hey! Look at what it looked like, and look what it's like now.
You will be the same, and honestly, you will be blown away the difference that it looks. Every time you use it, and you'll never go back to washing your car a regular time, you'll be blown away how quick, how easy, but the result is phenomenal.
And the reason you won't is because you don't need a hose pipe, you don't need a bucket, you don't need...
No hassle.
No.
You could be anywhere, top of a multi-storey car park, waiting for the kids coming out of school. You could be washing your car. We know lots of taxi drivers.
Yes, because you can clean it anywhere at any time. That's why it's great.
And also on wedding cars and things, because on a horrible day, when they turn up at a car, you know, a house, and the car's got filthy,
On the way
actually
there.
drive into the house. They're actually cleaning the car with it before they come out.
Got some great pictures of vintage cars to show you from
Wow.
Cambridge Vintage Tours. They started using it because it brings the vehicles up looking like this. That shine, that finish. And it's all around the car, remember, paintwork, glass. You can use it.
Yeah, the
you can
plastics.
use it on brass.
And
They asked
yeah,
about brass, didn't they?
absolutely. And remember, not only is it washing and waxing, so it looks great, it leaves that layer of protection. So it's protecting that vehicle from the sunshine, from the salt off the roads, from bugs and things like that, acid rain and things like that. So it's protecting your paint. Your paintwork can fade, can't it? The plastics can fade. This leaves that layer of protection that will protect your vehicle and keep those colours looking fabulous.
And what a bundle we have got for you tonight. This is a 24-hour deal or while stocks last, a massively reduced price, a great Christmas present for yourself or for anyone who's got a car. So we start with the waterless wash and wax. That's what Alan just showed us in his demonstrations. This is going to give you a wash, a wax and a protect. Now they say on average in each bottle between 4 and 6 washes, depends on the size of your car.
But
obviously.
remember, the more you use this, the less you need to use in the future. So we can get about 10 washes out of each bottle now because it's got that layer of protection. The car then cleans so easily. So that is phenomenal. Then you've got all the extras. It is absolutely amazing. But starting off with the M Sport waterless wash and wax, have a look how easy it is to use, but then look at the difference it makes to your car.
When it comes to the World Rally Championship, it doesn't get much bigger than these guys right here. the M Sport World Rally Championship team. When it comes to cleaning your car, you want the very best as well. So why not clean your car with the waterless wash wax from the M Sport team? Simply spritz it onto your car, wipe it down with one microfiber cloth, and then buff it to a beautiful, brilliant shine with another. When you clean your car with M Sport waterless wash wax, you are cleaning every single part of the car. The glass, the paintwork, the plastic, the wheels, the tires. But not only are you cleaning it, but you're polishing it and protecting it all from one single bottle. In my mind, it doesn't get any better than this.
You'll never go back to hose pipes, you'll never go back to using water again. It's in an instant, washed, waxed, and that layer of protection. But we've got another product that is phenomenal on your windscreen.
You don't have to choose which ones you go for, they're all in the bundle. So your rain guard protection, we've said about what a difference it makes to your windscreen. You can also use it on your lights as well, because it beads the water away. It stops that build-up, doesn't it?
So when it's a really wet, horrible day, and you know sometimes you put the windscreen wipers on, and you're like, don't they go any faster because they can't seem to get rid of the water? This will actually make the water bead away, so you'll have that clearer vision on those awful days. But if you're thinking, how on earth does that work? It's very technical. Take a look at this.
M Sport Rain Guard literally drives the water away. It has nanotechnology, which fills in all of the imperfections in your windscreen, leaving the most perfect coated windscreen. The water droplets do not stick to it. All we do is spritz. I like to give it just a little second, and with that microfiber cloth, all I do is rub it in like so, and that is the job done. Coated, protected, and when you drive your car, the water simply beads away. It's incredible.
Absolutely love that product. If you're on the road a lot, you know how horrendous, and the weather is horrendous, isn't it? I mean, we had that rain today.
Well, I said to you, didn't I? I thought that the windscreen wipers had got slower, but you were like,
no,
it's
I
just
think the weather's got worse. The rain's heavier. So that is an absolute blessing. You'll love it. But then we've got an item that if you don't have clean wheels, your car still doesn't look clean. And to me, it's a bit like if you've got a really nice outfit on, whether it's a dress or a suit, and then you've got really tatty shoes on with it. There's scuffed heels and it all looks horrible. That's all you'll notice, won't you? You'll notice the scuffy, dirty bit. So the tyre dressing is brilliant.
A tyre dressing. It's that tyre shine all the way around the outside of your tyre.
Tyres look new again.
Yeah, that's exactly what
it's
it
not going
does.
to improve your tread, but you just put it on the outside. But they look new again.
Shall we have a little look?
Yeah, let's see it in action.
So we've already cleaned this tyre with the waterless washing wax from M Sport. And it looks good, doesn't it? But you know what? We've got something to make it even better. And that is the M Sport tyre dressing. When you see the result this gives you, it's mind-blowing. That true showroom finish. Simply spray it around onto your tyre. And once it's there, get your clean cloth and simply go around, creating an even finish around the whole of the tyre. Wow, just look at that. That is extraordinary.
Looks great, doesn't it? And I think our cars are such our pride and joy. Probably the second most expensive thing that we buy. Our house the first, the car the next. And I know lots of people have said that, you know, when they're selling the cars, it makes such a difference when the car's got... It looks worth more ridiculously, doesn't it, when it's clean?
And the fact in this kit, it's the entire car that you're covering, inside and outside.
For £20.
Yeah.
It's a 24-hour deal. It's only until midnight. However, don't think this stock is going to last till midnight. It's as long now as stock lasts. Lots of you multi-ordering this, buying it for Christmas gifts, perhaps a friend's just bought a brand new car, or perhaps someone just passed their driving test. So that is, of course, our fabulous actual tyre dressing. But then we move on to the cockpit shine. And this, I think it makes such a difference. If you can ever afford to have your car valeted, it's so nice when you get into it and it's all so clean. You don't realise how dusty and dirty it is.
And with your cockpit shine, it's all those interior surfaces, the vinyls, the silver bits that look like metal but aren't metal. It's around the handles. It's all those sticky fingerprints from the kids, the grandkids in the back. Or it might be just foot marks on the back of the chairs, might it? Or the treads as you get into the car. This is the complete interior clean from your cockpit shine. And it's this easy to use.
as important as it might be to keep the outside of your car clean, at M Sport we understand as well that keeping the interior of your car is super important too. And we want to keep that easy for you. So with the cockpit shine, all we do is a little spritz, you really don't need much, and get an absorbent cloth. In this case I'm using a microfiber cloth, and simply wipe the dashboard, any of the plastics, the instrument binnacle, all of these areas, and even your door cards to a beautiful smear-free shine.
Honestly, it's so nice when you get in a vehicle and it's all clean inside.
Yeah,
and you can see your sat-nav properly, you know, it's all just really
Where does all the
nice.
dust come from? That's another
know.
reason it's going to be
and
great.
And it's also really good, you know, when you open the car doors and then the rain all drips in,
you get the rain marks,
don't you?
yeah.
Really good for that as well, so that's brilliant. But again, we haven't got through the whole bundle yet. You've also got, and this is for your seats, it's a leather and a fabric cleaner, so it doesn't matter what seats you've got.
So all your upholstery inside the car, and like we said, leather, whether it could be handbags, it could be coats, things such as that. So all of those interiors, when it comes to fabric and upholstery and leather. 262677 is your item number. Busiest point of the show again, as well as all the cleaning products. Don't forget, you are going to get 4 microfiber cloths included.
Yeah,
as well.
they're really great quality, washed brilliantly. And we're a third of the entire stock sold out and gone. We've got so many of you ordering. You must check those baskets out. It's not yours until you check your basket through. Really busy night last night, exactly the same tonight. We can get into a situation where more people are ordering than stock is available. You do have to check those baskets out.
So please do just that while we remind you how that interior fabric and leather cleaner is going to work for you.
So when you do vacuum out your car and you find those pesky stains that don't disappear, well, we've got you covered there too, because we have the M Sport leather and fabric cleaner. What we do with this is we spray it onto a cloth. I like to do it quite liberally, and then simply dabbing motion, circular motion. Oh, it smells gorgeous too. And then using the other side or a second cloth, dab it dry. And that stain that was there is gone. Hey presto, we've got you covered.
How great is that for car seats, baby seats and things as well?
yeah.
You know, if you have a bit of an accident in the back of the car, clean that up really quickly and
Yeah,
easily.
absolutely.
And it doesn't matter if it's leather or material, it works on both.
Yeah, it's been specially formulated to clean both of them, so you don't have to worry. Sometimes if you get, like, there has to be different things in, you know, a leather cleaner, you know, or something for a cloth one, and it can be harmful perhaps. But this one has been formulated to work for both of them, which is great.
And of course can be used on your furniture at home as well. If you've
Yeah.
got a sofa, or, you know, perhaps you've got furniture, you know, the chairs at your dining room table that you get food on and things.
Yeah.
They've got like a material top.
Yeah.
Use it on them as well.
Yeah, don't just think you're kind of confined to the car. Use them
And
around
of course,
fabric.
caravan seats and things like that
Yes,
as well,
yeah.
and motorhome seats and
Absolutely.
things like that, yeah.
So what I've done here is now, remember I told you I got this from a breaker's yard, okay, so it's had its life, and we can see on the other side of this here, I'm just going to pull this forward here, just be careful, just how dirty and grim this is. I want you to look just here, especially just now if we can, okay, and around across here, and I just want you to see how filthy that is, and you can see that this is genuine dirt that's been there since, you can see all of, look at how, all across here and here, right, okay, so I want you to tell that. Can we get a picture of that, Kieran? He's going to get a picture, I think, yeah.
Of that so we can do a before and after.
Right, that's done it. Right, okay, so now I'm going to clean it. Now, this is just because I know that, you know, I dirty this up, I put, you know, kind of mud and stuff on it to clean it, but this has actually been there for donkey's years.
Yeah,
okay?
this is how it was.
Yeah, exactly. So where that is, I'm going to put an extra little bit on a spritz around here as well, and give that a little bit of a rub over.
Now,
so,
how we're actually using it, so you spritzed it on.
Yes.
You're not rubbing the dirt in now. Blair's just emailed
Hey,
in.
Blair.
Good
Morning.
morning, Blair. And he's been very kind. He says we're very jolly.
Surprised how lively we are at this time.
Absolutely. We're quite surprised.
Should see us on the drive home.
Take it in turns to keep our eyes open.
I was going to. You were going to say to drive.
You're not rubbing it in, are you? You're sort of just oh wow, that's amazing.
I'm just cleaning it. That's all I'm doing. So
it's
yeah.
it's not rubbing it in. It's lifting the dirt.
A real light sort of massage over the top, and what you'll find when you look at your cloth, it's all lifted to the cloth.
It locks it into the cloth.
Now,
That's the technology of the product, isn't it?
Absolutely. Now, it's quite intricate, so it's just taking me a little bit now just to give this a
That
bit of a
is
buff
really
over,
good.
okay? Now, remember
how bad
I
this
wonder
was.
how old that dirt was.
It'd be interesting to find out, wouldn't it? It really
Because
would.
that's brought it up brilliantly.
Yeah. You ready for it then, folks?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
You saw the
You
before
ready?
picture. And let's have a look. And now let's have a look at the after. Let's have a little look-see.
Gosh.
Look at it. There it is. That's the part. That's the part just along there. Look at. Now I just did that quickly, and you can see I just moved that across a bit further, and you can see how well that's brought that up.
That's
It really has
amazing.
done a fantastic job.
I
And that was
love
literally just a couple
demonstrations
of
like
seconds.
that because it's a bit of that situation. Will it? But we know it will. Look how filthy it was then. And that's dirt that we don't know how long that dirt's been there. That was the underbit of the bonnet. Look how it's brought it up.
Yeah, look, even up at the top there, just to over by the kind of where it says the number, the item number. Look at how shiny that is. It's almost like it's brand new again. And I literally worked on that for
Yeah,
30
because
seconds.
you did all along there. Yeah,
all
No,
across
that
there.
is
Yeah,
brilliant.
So it really is a
And
fantastic
that's the
job.
great thing, that the M Sport waterless wash and wax can be used on obviously all our paintwork,
Mm-hmm.
all the plastics, and because it leaves a layer of protection, sometimes the black bumpers and things can go in the sunshine, can really
fade, don't they?
look a bit grey, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, that's exactly it. And you know, things like the rubber. I know this is a hidden piece of rubber just here, but the rubber surrounds around the windows and stuff like that. Or
Yeah.
even
Yes,
if I
they
flip
really
this
do
over,
stuff,
I
yeah.
will show you something that
Caravans,
really
they can go
gets a bit of a hammering. Is where the water is sprayed to clean your windscreen.
Oh,
So
yeah.
these here. Now look at
sprayers,
where
yeah.
I've been using that. Look at how shiny they are just
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Okay?
Polished them up.
But of course they can get done like that, and of course the windscreen wipers themselves, the arms that go across, they go quite
Yeah,
grey.
they
They
discolour
do.
as
You
well.
just use it on that, and it'll give that little bit of protection as well.
So with your wash and wax, you're using it on so many different surfaces. You're washing, you're waxing, but you're protecting as well.
And that layer of protection is so important because your car's probably the most expensive or the second most expensive thing that you own. You want to look after it. But whatever the situation, it cleans like you won't believe. And you really did put it to the test.
Well, a can of
It's not
spray
your-
paint. I thought
not-
it was Banksy for a
Not
day.
your regular dirt, but tested it with some spray paint.
I did.
And it was Alan's own
My own car, yeah.
This is how confident he was it was going to work.
Why have you got spray paint on the top of your car?
Well, okay, so I do have this. This is what graffiti people use, okay? And I have graffitied my very own car, ladies and gentlemen. Have a look at that. Now, Dave, can you just run your fingers over that and confirm that it's dry?
That is bone dry.
Okay,
Yep.
even if I rub over that, it doesn't move.
Nope.
That is dried in, but I want to show you the power of the M Sport. Now, I'm going to put quite a lot on this because clearly this is a big job to do. Now, this really is going to show you the power. Now, I'm going to show you, of course, how to clean everyday dirt from your car as well. Now, as I do this and I start to swirl, now you might think, why would you put spray paint onto your very own car, Alan? Surely you're asking for trouble when you do that. Well, actually, you'd think that you would be, but I'm dealing with a product here from M Sport that is absolutely incredible in its formulation, and
Look at
it is
this.
super protective as well of the paintwork. In fact, it's protective of it and leaves a protective layer as well. That was this spray paint can along my very own car. Now, I wouldn't
Wow.
do that if I wasn't completely and utterly convinced that this is an incredible product. There's the paint that has been broken down.
It is so impressive, isn't it? So you're cleaning, and then you've got even that layer of fantastic, the wax, the shine, but that layer of protection, which actually will help you in the future if ever that did happen on your car, because you've got that layer of protection.
And we saw
the
that,
dirt
yeah,
goes
how it
onto.
lifts the dirt off, it locks it into the cloth. Remember, you're getting 4 of the cloths included. Let's run you through the bundle
Amazing
once
bundle.
again.
Hugely busy, more people ordering than we've already sold. You do need to check your baskets out, only as long as the stock is there, even though it's a 24-hour offer. When it's gone, it's gone. Alan was saying he doesn't believe that we've got any other shows scheduled in. He actually doesn't believe we've got this bundle available again before Christmas. We'll always try, but at the moment we're very unsure if we'll see this again until next year. So we've got 2 of your fabulous M Sport waterless wash and wax.
Yeah, no buckets, no hose pipes. You
No
won't
mess.
leave any smears. You don't leave any watermarks behind. You've got 2 1-litre bottles, and those 2 1-litre bottles, each one will do 4 to 6 average washes. But like Hayley always says, the more you clean with wash and wax,
Yeah. Well, the more it leaves a
longer
layer
it
of
lasts.
protection, so it's like you need less each time you use it. You're like, God, I hardly used any today. Why? It came clean really quickly. So we get up to about 10 washes out of our bottles because you'll use, first time you'll use it, you'll use too much because we're always heavy-handed, aren't we? But then you'll realise you don't need that much. And then after you've used it for a time, you'll think, oh my goodness, it's just wiping off really quickly with just a small amount. So it lasts even longer. But then on top of that, £20, you get more than just the 2 M Sport waterless wash and wax. You've also got this incredible product, Rain Guard, and when we launched this originally, it was over £20. We are thinking it was nearer, we can't all agree. Some of us think it was 25, some of us think it was 30. You've got this included in the deal, and this on those rainy nights is going to make such a difference.
Well,
to your
yeah, it
windscreen.
repels the rain, even sleet and snow. It repels that. So
that's heading towards
think about the weather next week. That's called this week. That's coming. This is how it works. It literally beads the water away from the surface, so it's perfect for your windscreen on those heavy downpours, isn't it?
And you can really see that there. Sometimes you think your windscreen wipers aren't working well enough, but actually it's just the rain seems to be so heavy now and you just can't get rid of it. But when you've got that Rain Guard on, it really allows you that clearer vision, which is brilliant.
Yeah.
So that's included in your bundle. Then we move on to, oh, I love this. This is for your tyres. This is your tyre dressing. And this really makes your car look finished.
Yeah.
Because dirty tyres on a clean car, the car still looks dirty.
Well, they age it, or just the whole car still looks dirty,
Yeah.
like you say. It's going to give that black trim to your tyres, bring you that proper rubber
And
black
a shine
finish
like they're
look.
new again.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
Really easy to apply as well. Just spritz it on, rub it in with your microfiber cloth, and it looks like the tyre's new, as Hayley said. Then we go to the inside of the car.
Yeah, the outside is spick and span. So now we've got this cockpit shine, and this is great on your dashboard, on your sat nav, on the the wheel, the door areas, all the plastic black bits and the chrome or the light chrome bits.
That's what I love about M Sport products. They're all multi-surface, aren't they? You'll use them on all different surfaces. So cleaning the inside of the car from the dashboard to the handles, if you think about the kids in the back of the car and sticky finger marks there. And there'll be loads of areas around the home you'll use these products as well.
Absolutely.
So that's your cockpit shine.
I love that. There's nothing better than a clean car inside, but like shiny clean, like it's just come out of the garage, which is fantastic. And then we have another item here that it doesn't matter what your seats are made of, because this has been designed to work on leather and fabric.
That's why this is such a great multi-purpose kit from M Sport. 262677 is the item number. You can see 24-hour deal or while stocks last. At £20, that's for the entire bundle.
You're saving 15. It will go back up in price at midnight tonight if there's stock available. We're not sure if we'll have this back, so please do order it now if you're thinking for Christmas gifts. And do think about nephews, nieces, parents, brothers and sisters. So many people we buy for, and you just know, what do I get? And loads of people absolutely love their cars. Perhaps just passed their driving test. Perhaps they've just bought a brand new car. And you know what a hassle it is normally to clean it? This all makes it so easy. And of course, you've got
cloths are there
the
too.
microfiber cloths as well.
Yeah, a
which are brilliant
10-piece
quality.
bundle in total for £20. Those microfibers are brilliant just on themselves. Remember, if you do wash the microfiber cloths, just don't use any fabric softener because it affects the absorbency.
Yeah, don't panic if you do. Just wash them again.
Yeah.
And don't use any. It just stops them being so absorbent. And when they're absorbent, that's when you get that really good finish.
Shall we just show you how it also speeds up cleaning your car as well? It's a much quicker way to
But
clean.
make sure you speed up checking out your baskets, otherwise you might
See that?
miss out.
Oh, she's good.
So I'm going to ask roughly, if I do this door, this panel here, the wheel, and this back panel here, that's probably 20% of the car, would you say?
I reckon,
Okay.
yeah.
So let's just have a little look. Just have a little look at your watch, and I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it really quickly as I would the normal speed, and let's see how long it takes me to do.
And do you have to have certain weather conditions for it to be good?
No, if it's been raining and the car is wet, absolutely fine, no problem at all. You always do it panel by panel. So look, I'm just doing this one panel, and now I'm going to get to work on it.
Do you have to wear gloves or anything?
No, absolutely not. Some people might find a little bit of sensitivity. If they have sensitive skin, just err on the side of caution. But no, absolutely not. There's nothing nasty in this whatsoever.
Look at this. This is the cleaning part of it. So one cloth does the cleaning, the other cloth you use for the buffing, and you're going to get 4 in the collection today, in the kit today. And do remember, you can obviously machine wash the cloths, just don't use fabric softener. That's the only thing, because that will stop the absorbency of the cloths.
Yeah, what it does is, because in these cloths there can be millions and millions of microfibers.
Yeah.
So what you don't want to do is clump them together, and that's why you don't use the softener, which is designed to clump them together to make things softer.
Yeah.
That's the cleaning done. Second cloth for the buffing. Now remember, this is about 20% of the car. Now, here we go.
So far you've taken just over a minute.
Lovely. The inside of this window I'm even going to do in a sec, just to make sure that it's all done properly, because the inside is filthy and I don't want you to think that this hasn't done the wonderful job that I promised you that it does. And again, I haven't worked hard, I've worked smart. That's what I've done to get this beautiful shine and protecting the car as well. So that's that done. Let's quickly do the wheel. Now again, this is a really bad wheel, folks. It has, it's in very bad condition. It's actually got parts of the lacquer broken away, and that's where all of that dirt is here that you won't see coming away. But you're getting the idea of...
See, they are alloy wheels, but it could be that you've got like the plastic hub caps. They can be clean with it as well, no problem.
Yeah, perfect.
I love the fact they've got the tyre products in there as well, because you know you can have the best cleaned alloy wheels, the best cleaned body of the car, but if your rubber wheels look mucky, it still looks a dirty car.
Now there we go. So 20% of the car we all agreed on roughly is what I've done there. So 20% of the car in how long?
Just over 2 minutes.
Okay, so 2 minutes, that's 20% of it. So 5 times 2 minutes is 10 minutes.
And it's so quick to clean a vehicle.
Yeah.
And if you actually think about, you know, what you do when you wash a car normally, because you'd have to rinse it down, then you'd have to shampoo it up, so then you go around again and rinse it back down, then you go around and dry it off, then you go around and put the wax on, then you go around and polish the wax off, and then you still haven't got a layer of protection.
No.
And you're wet, cold, there's water everywhere. You spritz it on, you polish it over, you polish it off, the job is done. But then you've got everything else for inside and out. It's such a good bundle.
It's amazing. And honestly, please, I keep saying this, and for the viewers at home as well, please don't think for 1 second that £20 means that this is a bad product.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It genuinely isn't. I tell you, look, I can't tell you all of the story, but there's a reason why this is such great value. It really is, and when it's gone, it's gone. And I genuinely am not sure that what we have left, if there's going to be any more. I genuinely do think that, and I can tell you as well that it will not be put together like this again because of the reason that happened in the first place. But grab it right now for £20. In fact, I would say put 2 or 3 of them into your basket and pay £1 to get it delivered.
Yeah,
it is just so good.
That's the great thing. If you are multi-ordering, you'll only pay 1 delivery, and of course, once you spend over £30, you can use PayPal Pay in 3 on our website as well, which is brilliant.
And this genuinely is M Sport, the World Rally team. They use it. They've helped create this as well. So it really is brilliant. But you remember, I keep on saying to you that don't just think you're confined to the car with this, because you're cleaning the mirrors on your car. You're cleaning, the inside mirrors too are great. You're cleaning glass. You're cleaning all of that. Use it in the house and around your house as well. Okay. So UPVC, you know, your windows, etc. So I've got a little mirror here, and I just want you to see the mirror there. Oh, look at there we are. Just kind of tilt it forward so you can see how bad it is. I don't want to give you too many reflections in it, but you can, there you go, you can see, okay? Yeah. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to clean that, okay? Now remember, what you do is it's the same application no matter what you're doing. So again, it's just a spritz like that. That's plenty, that's loads. You're going to use your microfiber cloth, and all we're going to do is we're going to just go backwards and forwards like that on your mirror, on your glass, your windows, whatever it might be, okay? In fact, let me tell you, this is the truth. I use this on my sinks. I don't use it in the bath, because if you stand in the bath and you might slip, but I use it on the sinks. I use it on the taps. I find it brings my taps up extraordinarily well.
Oh, great.
Now I can tell you as well, I use it on the cistern of the toilet. I don't use it on the toilet seat, because you don't want to slip off when you're in the loo, because that could be quite dangerous. Well, quite exactly. And
fall down.
Exactly. You don't want any of that, but you just got to be mindful where you're putting it. But I do use it on the cistern, etc.
When it leaves such a nice shine, I guess it'd be really nice on your work surface tops in the kitchen and things. Look at that.
Yeah.
Or if you've got your oven doors and things, you know, that are
Yeah.
got that shine too, because
Yeah.
I mean, it's completely smear-free, isn't it?
Yeah.
It really is, yeah. The finish, and
Just
it's
on the
every
outside,
time.
you know, the outside of all that. And that, we've
Yeah.
got a fridge that's got a real nice shine.
Oh, it's
to the,
like a
to the
glass
front,
front,
of
isn't it? Yeah.
And that would bring that up really
Yeah.
nice. And it's got like a big chrome handle, so that would be really, really
It's
ideal.
not the wine fridge,
No,
no.
the-
That's
the
much smaller.
But just goes to show you there, that's a really, really cheap mirror. It's nasty anyway. But look, you see how
Yeah.
clean it makes it.
And that's
We'll
what
keep
it'll
it
do for
cleaner
your,
longer,
your
but-
mirrors on your car as well. So
Exactly.
again, your vision is better.
But what I find, I'm not going to say what you find because we could all be different, but what I personally find is when I do that, first of all, my taps stay cleaner longer, the chrome taps.
Yeah.
But also what I find is when I do take a shower every month, that they don't steam up nearly as much. And if they do steam up a bit, as soon as you step out of the shower, it defrosts or it de-steams.
Demists.
For me, demist.
Right.
For me, that's what I find. So I find it works better for that too. So just all around, it is just brilliant. And as I said, please, I mean, 20 quid, it is mad to think about it. I saw a pack of 5 microfiber cloths recently when I went in to get some car parts. In fact, it was to buy that headlamp, and they had 5 microfiber cloths there for $5.99. So you can already see there's,
value
and they
just
weren't that quality. I promise you, they weren't that
So
quality.
included, you've got 4 microfiber cloths, but you've got all the products that we've been showing you tonight. We've got the M Sport, of course, your waterless wash and wax. We've got the rain guard. We've got the cockpit shine. We've got the tyre dressing. And, of course, we've got the fabric and leather cleaner as well. All of that for £20. Only for today, only until midnight tonight, if the stock lasts. But we've got so many of you with this in baskets. You do need to check your baskets out, otherwise, sadly, you may press that checkout button and it may say, sorry, sold out. Like Alan was saying, he doesn't know if we'll get this deal again, so please do check those baskets through.
If you've just joined us and you want to add it in, 262677 is your item number. It's also about getting that stubborn dirt off. So in the winter, when we've got the grit and the salt that sticks to the car, and then the summer, the bugs are a nightmare, aren't they? Let's take a look how good it is on stubborn dirt.
Have a look at the bugs on the front of this. We drove up here yesterday, 5.5 hours to get here, so we've picked up some bugs. So what I'm going to do is spritz that on.
I mean, they are normally a nightmare to get off.
Well, they get really solid on there, don't
Yeah,
they?
yeah.
And they become a real issue.
When the sun comes out, it's like they're baked on
baked
there.
onto it as well. Now, sometimes you might like to give it a couple of seconds like this, but watch this, look. You can see the bugs where they are here,
Yes.
just being cleaned away and nothing being left behind. Now, I'm going to implore of you, ladies and gentlemen, please do not push hard on this. This is not last night's burnt on dinner that you're trying to get rid of with a scouring cloth. This is your pride and joy at your car. Let the ingredients inside of the M Sport waterless wash wax do the work for you. No hard work. That suits Alan down to the ground. And now you can see the difference on that in just a couple of seconds.
So it truly does clean like you won't believe, without using any water hose pipes, you getting wet, you getting cold. It not only cleans, it leaves that amazing shine because of the wax, but that layer of protection as well. You'll never go back to how you used to clean your vehicle once you've used this.
If we go back to the basic, the waterless wash and wax, no hose pipes, you don't need buckets of water, you don't need sponges.
You don't get wet.
Yes.
And the weather now, it's so cold, you're getting freezing, or if you get wet on your drive, that can turn to ice.
Of course, yeah.
It's really cold.
So we're going to give you 2 of the 1 litre bottles of M Sport waterless wash and wax. This, you spray it on, you rub it in, you buff it off, you get that perfect shine and finish, but you never leave any smears, any watermarks. You don't leave anything behind, just that shine to the car.
And you can be anywhere, top of a multi-storey car park, you know, waiting for the kids to come out of school. Well, take a look. It's this easy to use.
When it comes to the World Rally Championship, it doesn't get much bigger than these guys right here. The M Sport World Rally Championship team. When it comes to cleaning your car, you want the very best as well. So why not clean your car with the waterless wash wax from the M Sport team? Simply spritz it onto your car, wipe it down with 1 microfiber cloth, and then buff it to a beautiful, brilliant shine with another. When you clean your car with M Sport waterless wash wax, you are cleaning every single part of the car. The glass, the paintwork, the plastic, the wheels, the tires. But not only are you cleaning it, but you're polishing it and protecting it, all from 1 single bottle. In my mind, it doesn't get any better than this.
And that's it, the job's done. You've washed it, you've waxed it, and you've left a layer of protection, protecting your vehicle, keeping it looking fresher for longer. You know, the paintwork not fading, the bright sunshine, or the plastics fading, because it leaves that layer of protection. But it makes it easier to clean in the future. So though we say on average you'll get around about 5-6 washes out of each of these bottles, the more you use it, we get about 10 washes out of a bottle now, because we've got that layer of protection, and it cleans really easily.
And your car seems to stay cleaner for longer,
It does.
like we always say.
It's weird, but it honestly does.
So that's where the bundle starts. 2 1-litre bottles of your waterless wash and wax. Then we go to the rain guard protection. Now, this is really essential at this time of year. The reason being, it helps the water to bead away from the surface. So in heavy rain, heavy downpour, it's brilliant, isn't it?
This, if it was £20 on its own, is worth every single penny, because you know when it really rains and the windscreen wipers just don't seem to get the rain to go, and you're like, don't they go any faster? You keep fiddling with them to see if they go any quicker, but they don't. It's the rain is so heavy, and it's held on your windscreen. When you've used this on your windscreen, well, you'll see in this next clip, the water just beads away. So in those situations, it helps you have much better vision. Take a look at this.
M Sport Rain Guard literally drives the water away. It has nanotechnology which fills in all of the imperfections in your windscreen, leaving the most perfect coated windscreen. The water droplets do not stick to it. All we do is spritz. I like to give it just a little second, and with that microfiber cloth, all I do is rub it in like so, and that is the job done. Coated, protected, and when you drive your car, the water simply beads away. It's incredible.
That is worth every single penny of £20 by itself. We can't remember when we first launched it, it was over £20 for that. Some of us think it was 25, some of us think it was 30, but when it was first launched, so you've got phenomenal value for money to have that in the bundle. But then there's more.
Yes, then we go to your tyre dressing. That tyre shine, the finish to the rubber, the black trim on your actual tyre. Obviously, you're going to use your waterless wash and wax on your alloy, but you've got that for the outside of the tyre.
Sometimes when you go and have your car cleaned, they'll offer to charge you a little bit extra to do the tyres. Well, wait till you see the result you have on the tyres with your tyre dressing. It makes, if the tyres are dirty, the car still looks dirty. It's a bit like you wearing a great dress or suit and then having really tatty shoes on. It's just not the look. But when your tyres look good, your car looks fantastic.
So we've already cleaned this tyre with the waterless wash and wax from M Sport, and it looks good, doesn't it? But you know what? We've got something to make it even better, and that is the M Sport tyre dressing. When you see the result this gives you, it's mind-blowing. That true showroom finish. Simply spray it around onto your tyre, and once it's there, get your clean cloth and simply go around, creating an even finish around the whole of the tyre. Wow, just look at that. That is extraordinary.
I love that. It just finishes the car brilliantly,
it doesn't it?
It really, really does. And that's included in your bundle as well. But there's more.
Yeah, then we go inside the car, so the interior. Everything's covered in this kit. This is why it's such brilliant value. This is what they call the cockpit shine now. This is the whole interior, isn't it? All the different materials on the inside.
If you've ever had your car valeted, it gives you that look
Lovely
and that
fragrance.
smell when you get in the car, and it just feels new again. It makes it such a nicer environment. We live in our car virtually, and you can't believe it gets so dusty, you know, and what's on the actual sat nav and on your dashboard and things. This cleans all those out. And if it's been a horrible day and you open the door and the wet's come in and you've got watermarks, cleaning all of that up, it is brilliant.
Yeah, maybe you've got children or grandchildren that leave sticky finger marks around the back of the interior of the car. That's going to clean all those interior surfaces that we talked about. Let's take a look at how it works.
As important as it might be to keep the outside of your car clean, at M Sport we understand as well that keeping the interior of your car is super important too. And we want to keep that easy for you. So with the cockpit shine, all we do is a little spritz, you really don't need much, and get an absorbent cloth. In this case I'm using a microfiber cloth, and simply wipe the dashboard, any of the plastics, the instrument binnacle, all of these areas, and even your door cards to a beautiful smear-free shine.
Even though it was a little way back, you could really see, couldn't you, how the dashboard looked. It was glistening, it looked fantastic. It looks new again, and it's so much like we should look after our cars. We spend so much money on our vehicles, probably the second most expensive thing you've bought after your house. So that's going to clean up all the inside. Well, not all the inside, because there's one area that you need another product for, and that's this.
Yeah, so this is for your upholstery, whether it's fabric, whether you've got leather upholstery on the inside of the car. This is formulated to work on all the different types of upholstery. Which is
great. So if you are buying this a gift, think about birthdays, obviously Christmas. Think about someone that's just bought a new car or someone that's just passed their driving test. This would be great in a big bag. You've only spent £20 and you've got 4 microfiber cloths included in this. So this is phenomenal that's added into the bundle. But again, see how it works, see how easy it is to actually apply. And if you are ever in the situation where you've got the kids in the back or even the chair in the back, the baby chair, I was going to say the high seat, but you don't put high seat.
Don't put the high seat in the back of the car. That would be very wrong.
A child seat. This is why we haven't got children.
We're not allowed.
So if they've had a little bit of an accident, how you can clean up those accidents very quickly.
Let's have a look.
So when you do vacuum out your car and you find those pesky stains that don't disappear, well, we've got you covered there too, because we have the M Sport Leather and Fabric Cleaner. What we do with this is we spray it onto a cloth. I like to do it quite liberally. And then simply dabbing motion, circular motion. Oh, it smells gorgeous too. And then using the other side or a second cloth, dab it dry. And that stain that was there is gone. Hey presto! We've got you covered.
That's great. We've had lots of questions in as well about using it on furniture at home as well. So if you've got a leather sofa or a leather bag, perhaps.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
no problem at all.
Anything that's leather or fabric.
Yeah, it's a leather cleaner, so use it absolutely, no problem at all. Honestly, just use it, leather seats, but of course, because it's fabric as well, as we mentioned earlier on, if you've got a footstool that you put your feet on a lot, maybe, and it's getting dirty, or the arm of your chair that's getting dirty, you can use it. It's a cleaner.
Yeah, often where you put your arms or where you put your head on the seat gets horrible, doesn't it?
Glow. That's all I can think of.
Now, Heidi's emailed in. She's saying, does it matter
which direction
you clean? And is this for the M Sport or for the M Sport?
No, absolutely not. So with the M Sport, Heidi, what what they say is they go in forwards or back or side to side. Right. Avoid swirling like that, okay? But just forward, back, side to side. I'm going to be honest with you, I do go in a circular motion, but please remember...
You're so naughty.
I know I am. you said don't do something, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, you do.
But remember, you're not scrubbing, it's very gentle, that's all. Literally just the weight of the claw.
That's the main thing, isn't it?
Because here's the thing, if you push down too hard on that, remember in a quarter of an inch or in a square inch here, there can be up to 250,000 microfibers. Because they're microfibers, they're split so many times. If you push that down, you're just squishing them together and you might as well be using a normal claw.
Right, so really
don't put exactly. Let those
more like
fibers.
A gentle sort of massage.
Exactly. All those fingers, let them do their job.
Fabulous.
So thanks for that question. I'm going to be finishing up soon, obviously, but I want to finish off this wheel because I think we were quite, impressed earlier at how well this actually looked. So I'll finish this off here. So again, just to tell you that it is every single part of your car. Now I know I'm saying to you it's all parts of your car with this here, but then why would we have these extra things? Well, of course, your cockpit, you're using a specialist one there, you're using a specialist tyre shine. The rain guard is just phenomenal. I highly recommend that to anybody.
So your actual M Sport, this is going to be working on your paintwork, the bumpers, we're using it on the tyre there.
The alloys.
The alloy wheels and things. It's going to work on your windscreen wipers, so your mirrors.
Yeah, you don't have to be too fussy, if you get a bit of overspray with the waterless wash and wax. Again, just work in exactly the same way as Alan is right now. He massages it in, he rubs it, and then buffs it off for that shine, whatever surface we're talking about.
And you can be a little bit, with the alloy wheels, you can be a little bit rougher to, if you have got brake dust, because obviously it's a different thing. You don't want to scratch your paintwork, but with these, you can be a little bit rougher with them if you wanted to.
And tyres can get so dirty. like you say, brake dust.
Brake
also
dust.
the dirt off the road.
Right off the road, of course, it's
Especially with
flying
this.
up all of the time, isn't
Yeah.
it? You know, it's a constant. Now, I'm not getting into this to do, you know, a really big job of this. Somebody using the wrong thing there. Look at that. I'm not doing a detailed job of this here. I'm just literally popping this on and doing it really quickly on the wheel. And I probably
Now you're
missed
using
some.
the tyre.
Now I'm using the tyre shine to come
Right.
around here. I just might as well run around the whole thing when I'm here and then show you that finished job then as well. Okay, as I say, I haven't detailed it, but you get the gist
Wow.
of how good that looks compared to what it looked like earlier. Look at that shine on that just there. So that's what you're talking about. That's the result you're going to get. And it's all done so easily. A spritz, a wipe over, and then a buff to shine. Always have 2 cloths at any time, one for cleaning, one for buffing. By the way, here's a top tip from me as well. The cleaning cloth is going to get filthy, okay? And this one is going to stay cleaner because you're just buffing with it. So as you're cleaning and then you're buffing, this one gets filthy, gets really heavy with dirt. That one goes in for the wash. This one becomes your cleaning cloth. And the next one becomes your buffing cloth.
Yeah.
And then it's like a little treadmill.
And
on
you
the
got
way around.
4 of those in the bundle with all the other pieces. It's a 10-piece kit for £20, and wow, you're absolutely loving it. We don't have this deal very often. It's a 24-hour deal only, so it's up until midnight tonight, or as long as stocks
As long as
last.
stocks last, it's 10 pieces in the kit in total, as you can see there. Interior, exterior of the car, and you're getting your 4 microfiber cloths. Just £20. 262677. Let's take a look at it in action once again.
Why have you got spray paint on the top of your car?
Well, okay, so I do have this. This is what graffiti people use, okay? And I have graffitied my very own car, ladies and gentlemen. Have a look at that. Now, Dave, can you just run your fingers over that and confirm that it's dry?
That is bone dry.
Okay,
Yep.
even if I rub over that, it doesn't move.
Nope.
That is dried in, but I want to show you the power of the M Sport. Now, I'm going to put quite a lot on this because clearly this is a big job to do. Now, this really is going to show you the power. Now, I'm going to show you, of course, how to clean everyday dirt from your car as well. Now, as I do this and I start to swirl, now you might think, why would you put spray paint onto your very own car, Alan? Surely you're asking for trouble when you do that. Well, actually, you'd think that you would be, but I'm dealing with a product here from M Sport that is absolutely incredible in its formulation, and
Look at
it is
this.
super protective as well of the paintwork. In fact, it's protective of it and leaves a protective layer as well. That was this spray paint can along my very own car. Now, I wouldn't
Wow.
do that if I wasn't completely and utterly convinced that this is an incredible product. There's the paint that has been broken down.
There is a story about the spray paint as well. We had an email in, didn't we, from a guy?
Yeah, that's right. Jeff was his name. That he had bought some of the waterless wash wax on the strength of what he'd seen, and obviously loved the product. But then somebody actually did go down the street where he lived and spray painted loads of cars. They just
Yeah.
gurriers, as we call them. So the police were called because obviously it was vandalism. But then the policeman was there, and when he took all the statements and stuff, Jeff started to clean it with this. And the policeman
you
said,
doing?
"What are you doing?" He said, "Well, I'm going to take the paint off. I've seen, you know, the guy on TV doing it." And yep, he used it, and
How
the paint
great is
disappeared.
that?
And the policeman was so impressed, he didn't quite buy the company, but yeah.
He bought sensible.
Yeah, he did.
It is a product, once you've used it, and people do notice if you're cleaning your car on the drive. The plumber was around the other day,
Yeah.
and he was like, Sean, what's that?
What are you
know?
doing?
Yeah, because you don't see anyone cleaning a car without any
Without
water.
buckets or-
The only time I have seen it is in like the London showrooms that, you know, they've got all the cars inside, and you see them using a
Yeah.
spray cleaner.
Yeah.
And once you've used waterless wash and wax, you'll never change. You'll never go back.
Yeah, it's the right way to do it. It's the best way to do it. It's the quickest way to do it,
And it
and
seems
it's
to
the
stay
best protection.
cleaner for
Yeah.
longer.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it really
Absolutely.
does. You'll be amazed.
And what you're doing is you're walking out with a bottle of this in your hand and a couple
Yeah.
of microfiber, well, not a couple, but quite a few microfiber cloths, because you're depending how dirty
Don't
your
need
car
your
is.
welly boots
You don't
on.
need
You're
wellies.
not going to get soaking wet. You don't need a hose pipe. You might not even have a hose pipe. You might, you might live on you park on the street.
If you're in a flat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
exactly, yeah.
Can't
Where do you
trailer
you could be at the
hose
top of a multi-storey car park waiting for the kids to
Maybe
come
you
out
don't have an
of school,
outside
cleaning
tap
it.
and you can't run it through the
Yeah.
house. You know, so many different scenarios. But even if you do have access to water and you do have a driveway, this is still the best way,
Yeah,
in my opinion, to
And not just a
use
car,
that.
caravan, motorhome, boat,
Yeah, absolutely everything.
motorcycle.
Push bike
Yeah.
if you want to clean up the bicycle around the wheel and stuff like that. You can absolutely use it.
Fabulous.
Now, I just want to quickly go through again how this works. why it works. So everybody's watching now will have a nice strong finish on how it works and they understand it completely. So if we look just here at this here, okay, so this is representing grit, etc. Now, if I was to get my microfiber cloth and I put that there and started to do that with grit and pieces of stone and stuff, of course we're going to get scratches. Okay, that's a foregone conclusion.
You had a friend, didn't you? You used to do the shows, and you're like, I'm not buying that. I'm just going to scratch my car.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. That was Sammy.
Right.
And he said, "Oh, I wouldn't buy that." He said, "It'll scratch my car." And I said, "No, it won't, Sammy.
No.
No, it won't." And I explained it to him. And then I came up and I started doing this demo to show Sammy, and shut him up. So,
sorry, Sammy.
That's okay. So watch this. I'm going to, because there's a lot there, I'm just going to spritz it on. And I just want you to see, okay, what's now happening. I'm going to explain this to you, okay? So the bits of the grit that's in there, what's happening is that the surfactants in this M Sport is physically getting underneath those bits of grit, and they are covering the underneath and encapsulating it over the top. So it's putting like kind of a bubble of protection around each piece of grit. So then as I clean, remember I don't push down hard. It's not last night's burnt on dinner. It's all very gentle. It will clean. So if I now just do half of this bonnet, so we have, sorry Haley, I don't want to spray this on you, my love. I'm going to do half this bonnet so we have a before and after. Now remember, do it from afar so we get that light spritz. Don't do it too close because you'll just end up with a puddle of it, okay? A puddle.
A puddle.
A puddle. So now what I'm going to do right there where that grit is, I just put my cloth down. Remember, no weight on it whatsoever, and just side to side. That's what they tell us, or backwards and forwards. And the microfiber cloth is not only cleaning, but it's also lifting that dirt. You can see that just there, the difference in the cloth. So we know that it's doing an incredible job for us, and there's a lot of dirt on this car. I over-egged the pie as it might be, just to show you how good it actually is. Now that is the cleaning done, and you can see that it is cleaner, it looks better, but there's no shine. And I did promise you a shine. I said there's carnauba wax in this. Well, now what we do is we get a second cloth, put that there, and that's what we use for the buffing. And now we just go round and round, or up and down, whichever way you want, and all of a sudden then that shine, that luster that you used to have on your car and you loved it so much is now coming back. And look at the result of this. And again, promise you this, if you press hard on the cloth, you will not get as good of a shine. You just go gently over. Let the microfiber cloth do its job and let it react properly and work with the carnauba wax to give you that beautiful, incredible shine, and of course that protection that your car needs and, quite frankly, deserves.
Look at that. Makes a job that can be a bit of a nightmare, a bit of a messy job.
I mean,
so quick and so easy.
Yes, of course.
Look at the shine. And that's a really old bonnet.
That's a really old bonnet. It's got marks. It's got, it's actually got tree sap marks on it. It's got bird lime marks on it. It's got all sorts going on. And I just did that really quickly, and you can see the difference in that. So
and that's
really
left a layer of protection. So now, if there is tree sap or bird droppings on here, it's protecting the actual paintwork, the plastics, from things that can sort of destroy the paintwork and plastics.
Absolutely. And there you go. Look, there's the carnauba wax that is covering that. It comes naturally from the carnauba tree in the Amazon rainforest. It is taken from the tree. It's harvested from the tree without cutting down the trees, because the carnauba trees are such an asset to the people out there, and a vital lifeline as well. But that's the wax itself just there. The hardest wax known. It's the most expensive. It has the highest melting point as well. And this is made to go through, and it's actually formulated to go through with that mixture, not only then to clean and protect, but then to end up giving you that brilliant polish, that brilliant shine. It is amazing stuff. It really is, used worldwide for various things.
It's a bit like French polishing, isn't it? You know, it leaves that really, and that's why in the future you'll find it even easier to clean your car, because it leaves that smoothness and that layer of protection. So you'll clean the car quicker and using less product as well.
And you're getting so much product in the bundle. Remember, 10 pieces
So good.
for £20. Just need the item number 262677. This is what M Sport is all about.
When it comes to the World Rally Championship, it doesn't get much bigger than these guys right here. The M Sport World Rally Championship team. When it comes to cleaning your car, you want the very best as well. So why not clean your car with the waterless wash wax from the M Sport team? Simply spritz it onto your car, wipe it down with one microfiber cloth, and then buff it to a beautiful, brilliant shine with another. When you clean your car with M Sport waterless wash wax, you are cleaning every single part of the car. The glass, the paintwork, the plastic, the wheels, the tires. But not only are you cleaning it, but you're polishing it and protecting it all from one single bottle. In my mind, it doesn't get any better than this.
Truly is that good. And if you were just getting 2 bottles of M Sport Waterless Wash and Wax, £20 is an incredible price for just those 2 bottles on their own. But this 24-hour deal is incredible.
And that's where the story starts, remember, the waterless wash and wax, as we just saw there. No hose pipes, no buckets. You don't have to have anything apart from your M-Spot and your microfiber cloths, and they're all included.
Job is done, and it is that simple. And you'll get around about, they say about 5-6 washes out of a bottle, but the more you use it, you'll find that actually, because it leaves a layer of protection, you seem to get more washes. We get around about 10 out of our bottles because you use less and less each time because it's got that layer of protection. But tell us about everything else. This is one of my favourite products.
Well, that's where it starts with your waterless wash and wax. Next up, we're going to talk about the rain guard. This is a rain protection, if you like. It beads the water away, doesn't it?
But you might think, well, how does that work? What's that about? Well, you know, when it really rains, and however fast you put your windscreen wipers on, they never seem to clear. There is still, you can't see. This will make well, you'll see in this clip, it beads the water away. So in those situations, your vision will be clearer. It's an amazing product on its own.
M Sport Rain Guard literally drives the water away. It has nanotechnology, which fills in all of the imperfections in your windscreen, leaving the most perfect coated windscreen. The water droplets do not stick to it. All we do is spritz. I like to give it just a little second, and with that microfiber cloth, all I do is rub it in like so, and that is the job done. Coated, protected, and when you drive your car, the water simply beads away. It's incredible.
And when you see that water bead, you think, oh my goodness, that is going to make such a difference when you're driving. And we are having those rainy days where you really can hardly see. It's going to help you have that better vision on that windscreen. Absolutely brilliant. I would happily pay £20 or more for that. And actually, when we launched it, that product on its own was over £20. It's a brilliant product.
That's going to be great with the sleet and the snow that we've got,
yes,
unfortunately,
which
coming in the weather forecast.
It is coming, isn't it, in the next few days, possibly. Then we move on to our tyres. And the tyres, I think if they're dirty, the whole car still looks dirty. And the difference this makes on your tyres, they look new again.
Yeah, it's restoring that black finish to the outside of the tyres. So you've got that perfect finish all around the exterior of the car. Let's take a little look.
So we've already cleaned this tyre with the waterless wash and wax from M Sport. And it looks good, doesn't it? But you know what? We've got something to make it even better. And that is the M Sport tyre dressing. When you see the result this gives you, it's mind-blowing. That true showroom finish. Simply spray it around onto your tyre. And once it's there, get your clean cloth and simply go around, creating an even finish around the whole of the tyre. Wow. Just look at that. That is extraordinary.
Good on the mud flaps as well, and really good because it gives that UV protection, which is fantastic. So honestly, that is another key point on its own, but part of this amazing bundle.
Yeah, then we go to the interior of the car, because everything's covered in this bundle, exterior and interior. The cockpit shine that we've got for you.
I love this.
This is so many different surfaces again, isn't it?
Inside the car, if you are lucky enough to ever have it valeted, it's so nice when you get in the car. It smells amazing. It looks new again. And that's exactly what this product does. Have a look at this clip, and even though it's shot from a distance, you see the difference incredibly, instantly. Take a look.
As important as it might be to keep the outside of your car clean, at M Sport we understand as well that keeping the interior of your car is super important too. And we want to keep that easy for you. So with the cockpit shine, all we do is a little spritz, you really don't need much, and get an absorbent cloth. In this case, I'm using a microfiber cloth, and simply wipe the dashboard, any of the plastics, the instrument binnacle, all of these areas, and even your door cards to a beautiful smear-free shine.
And again, that can be done in an instant. So even if you're
Yeah.
sat outside school waiting for the kids to come out, you could be cleaning the car while you just sat there, which is brilliant.
And Cockpit Shine is for the interior of the car, but you'll be able to use it around the home as well. James
Yeah.
was asking about that. Anything that you've got similar into your car, you'll be able to use it around the home as well.
Which is the same with this product,
Yes,
actually,
it
because
is,
this
yeah.
is obviously, again, designed for your car. It's for your leather seats or your fabric seats. But, of course, you can use it on your leather sofas, your leather coats, or on a handbag and things. Or fabric. It's been very cleverly designed. So if you're buying this as a gift, doesn't matter what their seats are.
This entire bundle is £20 and it comes with 4 microfiber cloths as well. You can still add it into your basket. 262677 is the item number, but let's take a look at cleaning the fabric and the upholstery next.
So when you do vacuum out your car and you find those pesky stains that don't disappear, well, we've got you covered there too, because we have the M Sport leather and fabric cleaner. What we do with this is we spray it onto a cloth. I like to do it quite liberally, and then simply dabbing motion, circular motion. Oh, it smells gorgeous too. And then using the other side or a second cloth, dab it dry, and that stain that was there is gone. Hey presto, we've got you covered.
Every product individually is incredible. The fact we've got all of this for £20 is just, and it really is a bit of a one-off. We don't have this all the time. It's a 24-hour offer, and you were saying you don't think we'll probably be able to do this again.
I know how many bundles of this were put together, and I know the reason they were put together, and I know why they ended up here at a huge, huge discount to what they should be. Please don't think for 1 second that these are substandard in any way, shape or form. They're not seconds, they're not wee packs. These are A1. The quality of these are incredible.
It's just one of those best bundles and deals ever,
You
isn't it?
cannot miss this. Please, please, please trust me. And I know, I'm doing the calculations in my head, we've had 4 or 5 shows with this, and I'm sure that the amount that was there, which is thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands, I think we are coming to the end of it, and I know they're not going to repeat it because what is it? They didn't make any money on that. You're the one that's winning. Yeah, let's do something quick. Have a quick look at this light here before we finish. You only got a couple of minutes left, so you can see, you know, splashes on your light. You're going to block the light coming out there. So just a quick turnaround of that, and I'm just going to give that a little spritz over and give this a little quick clean just to show you how easy it is.
So we're using the waterless wash and wax here, but remember,
absolutely,
you've got all those other products included as
now
well.
you might think to yourself, well, Alan, if I can use anything to clean my headlights and they're going to be clean, but they're going to get dirty again. But remember, with the Carnauba wax in this, and if you decide to use, of course, the nanotechnology of that, what would you call it, the rain guard, you know, they are going to stay cleaner for longer anyway. But just look at that shine on that. That really is phenomenal.
And that's the difference for people seeing you, but for you seeing, because it's so dark now, so early. And like you were saying, sometimes you can be on a motorway and it's all okay, but as soon as you turn onto like a country road, all of a sudden you can't see properly. And that's your lights. And they will be. It's a bit like when you clean your glasses. And you think, wow, it's daylight. I can
it makes
see.
a difference, doesn't it?
It makes such a difference.
It really
so important,
does.
your backlights as well, so people can see you, see that you're braking, see that you're indicating. So important.
Absolutely. And again, you know, you do see some people, you can't even read their number plates.
No.
Well, that amount of dirt that's on there is across the back. So it is dimming the lights. Less, it is, that's illegal. But less lumens coming out of the backlights, you know, so it is harder to see. You know, people put on their fog lights and their back fog lights and stuff like that, and, you know, they're not seen as well. So, you know, and that's why we have the fog lights, to be seen better.
Of course,
you know, so,
the dirt.
So important this time of year, especially to be seen.
Paintwork, and it goes across old cars, new cars, motorbikes,
absolutely
caravans,
everything.
boats.
For sure. Brand new cars. My car, when I bought it brand new 5 years ago, I used it immediately on it to give that protection. Okay, now don't worry about it scratching. I still use it on my car. Car is in great condition. It really is. So quick little spritz on like that. All I do is do that and get my cloth first. And remember, don't go hard on this. Don't push down on it. Don't scrub. You're letting the microfibers do the job in conjunction with the surfactants and petroleum distillates inside of this formulation. And it is an incredible formulation. That there is the cleaning done. Remember, this bonnet came from a breaker's yard, so it's already had its life. And it's not in the best condition. It's already got pop marks on it. It's got all sorts of marks all over it. So it's never going to come up amazing because, well, actually I saw the guys, it was on top
on a car that was on top of another car with another car on top. So it's marked and it's horrible, but yet, even with all of those things against it, it still comes up beautiful. And I just tilt that forward for you as well.
I mean, that is a high gloss shine. You can see us in there, woo! And that's how good it is. So whether you have got an old vehicle, whether you've got a new vehicle, whether it is a caravan or whether it is a motorhome, absolutely brilliant. Now, Alan, we're nearly at the end of tonight, but you're back with us tomorrow.
Back tomorrow. Really excited. We've got the coffee machine from Pulte. It's the one that I use. I put away my expensive Smag one because this is actually better in my opinion. I love it. And the pods, I am addicted to the coffee that comes in the pods. And also, we've got an incredible steam generator iron as well. I genuinely am excited about
One
tomorrow.
of the lowest prices, and the last of the stock of the coffee machine.
Make sure you're checking out with the stock that we've got tonight. Easiest way still is the website shopontv.co.uk. You'll find the bundle there for £20, a 10-piece kit for £20.
Clean the whole of the car inside and out. Great gift idea if you think about Christmas. Multi-order, you've only got one delivery, order as many as you like, and if you spend over £30 you can use PayPal Pay in 3. But what you can't do is buy this deal tomorrow because this is only up until midnight today because it's a 24-hour offer, or as long as stocks last. And so many still in baskets.
Hundreds
You've got
of
to
you
check
still
out.
got it in baskets, so do confirm your order and check out.
Do.
You can still add it in if you've just joined us, maybe you've just come in from work. 262677, the ultimate car cleaning kit for you and for gifts like
No water needed, no buckets of water, no hose pipes, no mesh. You just need your microfiber cloths, which are in the bundle, and you need your product. It's as quick and as easy as that.
You can watch us every night on ITV1 and STV. You can switch over to our Freeview channel.
Yes.
Channel Freeview 89.
You can do that right now, but first of all, check that basket through because you will kick yourself and say, sorry, sold out. Get it checked out.
See you tomorrow.
Later.